Hello,
Hi,
everybody.
open comps.
Hi.
Hi, everybody.
Don't worry, I had all that muted. It's fine.
Why'd you start it already? Is it?
Oh,
Are we going?
Well, because it's
Yeah, it's
I
Oh, it's
started-
8:05.
It's five
What the
after,
fuck?
Dom.
Yeah.
We got to get this
Shut
show on the
Shut
road.
up.
Yeah, welcome to Friday.
Welcome.
It's the open comps show. Holy shit, what are we doing? I'm out of practice. Where's Elby? We need help. Elby's
Welcome
at
to
bingo.
Open Comms, everybody.
Elby's
It's
at
Friday
bingo.
night. We're glad you're with
Canadian,
us.
less Canadian.
Another one in the books. That's what he says.
Get yourself a drink. Tonight's show brought to you by Sutter Home
Gelato.
Pinot Grigio from me. What's everybody else drinking?
Oh, yeah.
Tonight's brought to you by Captain Morgan's. Actually, this is Dr. Morgan because he actually helps with all your ailments. Drink enough of them, you feel better.
Yeah, just gotta put your leg up.
Fair enough.
I got
I
Tito's
picked up-
and some apple juice. It's apple cherry.
Apple juice. There's a
apple
couple
juice.
letters
I
there
got some
you're
apple
missing.
juice.
Over here, we've got a nice
Glad you're
glass
correct.
of chilled dihydrogen monoxide.
Ah,
What a smart ass.
I didn't miss
I
anything,
like
Daja.
I'm doing the cheap
Daha?
reds because
Is
I
it
ran out
Daja or
of juice
Daha?
for my vodka.
Dajat?
it. Doing what?
Dajat Lamont.
Dajat Lamont.
Ooh,
I don't know if it's Dajat or
Zosh
Daha.
Thank you, Zosh Rash. Zosh Rash. Ooh, you get Zosh Rash in your
Zosh
butt. It
Rash.
fucking hurts. I'm telling you right now.
I gotta,
yeah, no, we just started. We don't worry,
gotta
we're
take
a mess.
medication for my Zas rash.
We're a mess, so it always is. So it's fine. This is par for the course.
We are a mess.
Messier
So he
than
said.
usual.
Praise Dave.
So I got. Oh, Rain's not here. I was going to tell her about my fucking flea block. What the fuck? God damn, I've been drinking too long. But my Chris. What did I say? Chris Fest. Dave. I like Dave. Chris Fest. I think that's what it's called.
Dajat. Okay, cool.
What's Dajat mean?
Drinking my
What's his
favorite
name?
whiskey.
Isn't that the game on Star Trek, like Deep Space Nine, like the
Domjot.
Oh, that's Domjot. Okay, sorry, it was close. That's what I was thinking.
Implies there is a subjot out there.
Subjot. There's Domjot and Subjot. Well done, Marcus. Well done.
Yeah.
Very good.
But yeah,
be here
we'll,
all
we'll
week.
get to even a little bit. But just anyone's week go well. Anyone's
My week went great.
interesting. Yeah.
I still have a
How'd you-
job, so I'm happy.
You still have one?
Damn, thanks for the
Nice.
gifted sub.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Good. Bam. Oh, Tamber's here. We're in trouble.
Got the Tamber bot.
Tamber bot.
Yeah,
Tamber
Tamper, he
bot.
put a new bot in the channel, so it let us know that there's a Dave thing there. I don't know.
Take a shot for Clarence Gilliard Jr.
Oh, we got redeem. Take a shot. Yeah.
Who is that?
I don't know.
Well, Vlad will
Cla-
tell us.
Clarence
Dad.
Gilliard Jr. Vlad,
To
who is
Clarence.
Who is Clarence Gilliard Jr.?
Yeah, I don't know that.
Searching. Oh, it's the dude from Walker, Texas Ranger.
Oh, right. He was. Yeah, he was the.
The
Amongst
original.
other things, he was
the
the-
Yeah,
original
he
one?
was. He was the
Okay.
deputy. He was also on the original Top Gun. One of the pilots. He was
That's right.
Sundown, and he was in something else. I don't remember.
Oh, that's funny. You better ask Manic first.
That's great. Yeah.
That's
Dude,
awesome.
I used to watch Texas Ranger Walker.
Have you watched the new one? I know
No.
we're supposed to talk about Eve eventually, but I haven't either.
We'll get to
It's
Eve.
Sam from Supernatural plays Walker. I think that's his name, right? The
Yeah, it's
Ranger.
just- yeah, Walker.
God, I want to watch it, but I haven't.
I mean,
Guess
it's
he's
one of those
gonna
things.
go
Like
to hell at
when I
some
was a
point.
kid, I loved that show. I'm sure if I watched it now, it'd be like really cringy. But
Thanks.
I feel like a lot of the shows I watched as a
Used to be Chuck
Kid
Norris.
slash young
It's now
teenager was
Sam
probably that.
from Supernatural.
yeah, we're not immediately talking about Vegas.
No, I think now we're into the let's talk about New Orleans section of time.
Yeah, New Orleans is coming up.
I'm still riding
It-
the high from the
Do we
fact
have-
that I just right
Do we have a
before this-
hotel block yet?
I don't know if they have a block.
Yeah, she said she. I think.
Oh, yeah,
didn't she
yeah.
say yes?
It's the hotel. I forget. I don't know if it's a Marriott. It's the hotel on Canal and Bourbon. So it's
I'm
like
so
right on the
thankful
corner,
that was
right in
us.
the middle there. So
Was this just announced today?
I would.
I thought she
check-
said it last week.
Yeah, I
Maybe
thought she said it
maybe
last
I
week.
dreamed it.
I would
but I don't
check.
know.
Well, I thought last week she said that they were getting. They're working
It's
on getting
working
a
on
block,
it.
but they do
Yeah,
have the they do have the
keep
date
talking
set.
about it, but we don't have a link for it yet.
Yeah, they have the date set. So
Astor Crown Plaza on Canal.
Ooh, I'd rather stay on the sidewalk or not in the water.
it's
So sorry,
on
I'm
Canal
back.
Street.
Oh, I thought
Canal
she meant
Street is
Canal.
like-
I
Fuck
didn't see
rain.
Canal.
So the
What? No,
the-
not fuck rain. Rain's
the
great.
room block. So the room block's being sorted out by DJ because that's he has a connection there. But so it's not Like
So this is Rain,
it's not
mansplaining.
him.
it's
It's,
not
not him
finalized
bullying.
yet.
I tried to bully him to bully them, and he is not going to bully them.
Yeah. He said that they're really, really busy.
He's a
It's
better
plastic.
person than you are, is what you're saying.
Definitely not.
Hey, Delana.
How
Hi,
festive
Delana.
of your icon.
I need to
Delana.
decorate still.
Oh, yeah. Get it. What the heck?
Oh,
is that?
dude, that Drizzly. Drizzly.
Somebody's doorbell.
I think that was
Yeah,
my
get DoorDash.
doorbell.
Was
Ding
it?
dong, it's me.
Yeah, keep it.
It was
down.
Delana.
Oh, I was like, dude, that sounds exactly like my doorbell. Like,
You better go
who the
check it
hell's
anyway.
in my apartment?
But anyways,
No one
yeah,
comes here.
still it's soon TM. But it's the Crown Plaza. It's basically like one building away from the corner of Canal Street and Bourbon.
Mm.
So it's like right there. It's a pretty nice place. It's still taking a little while because like I said in chat, DJ's trying not to push them because we're getting a pretty sweet deal. So I think he's just trying to not bother them a huge amount, but obviously I've been on his case. No, I do not know who Thanik is. And I'm working on well, I don't really have much of a schedule yet, but I'm working on the side events. I'm gonna probably do like what the people in Washington DC are doing. I'm just gonna set up an Eventbrite,
Oh, cool.
and we're just gonna have like free tickets or whatever it is in Eventbrite just to see who's coming, so we can order enough crawfish and all that.
Yeah, that's good for head
We're
count.
doing the goth tour, right? The haunted tour, but we're all dressed in like big titty goth GFs.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
Yeah, we're gonna do a lot of like, I guess we call them like side events, so like they're all gonna be totally optional. Because I know there's going to be people that don't always go to everything, but yeah, I'm gonna try to look into river cruise on the riverboat, stuff like that. Because we don't have to organize,
Are we going
every
as,
moment of every day. So
Manik,
I'm just
are
trying
we
to-
gonna go as Big Titty Goth Girlfriends?
You gotta
Yeah,
dress
I hope
goth,
so.
dude.
I'll be your big titty goth
Curious.
girlfriend.
Yeah. No. We
You gotta wear
like,
fishnets and like black lipstick.
Yeah, we'll
dude.
do some shirt stuffing and
Yeah.
lots of shirt stuffing, lots of stuffing.
And the funny thing is, people will still not bat an eye here.
I'm like, yeah, it's par for the course.
If anything, they'll think like, "Oh, is there something tonight?
It's
Did
a
I miss it?"
Tuesday.
Tiny dick. Yeah.
Like that dude during the red dress thing that one year, walking down Bourbon
He looked
Street in a
good.
fucking red vinyl dress. Like, hold up, man, it's hot out. What are you doing?
Well, yeah, because it was supposed to be Red Dress Run that same weekend, but I think that was when it was still canceled because of COVID. But a lot of us wore red dresses anyway, and I had people constantly like coming up to me asking like, "What's all the red dresses about?" It's a charity run, basically,
Okay.
or a good excuse to wear a red dress, regardless of which gender you go by.
Wait, automatic subtitle. Also, Darwin's here. When we get to the Eve stuff, I
Hey,
got a
Darwin.
question.
Shots for Darwin.
Yeah.
Shots for Darwin.
Darwin, did you do all the hanger art stuff? Was that you? I'm curious.
I think it was. I saw him tweeting about it. It definitely was him.
Was
Saw his name all
him.
over it.
Yeah,
So
it's-
low.
He's a hell of an artist, isn't he? Fuck.
Well, I
Yes,
was-
and
I was,
he can
Nobody else worked on
he
it.
did
but
all of
Caesar
it.
There you
did.
go,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
I
did
did
all-
it all.
yeah.
Hell yeah, Darwin. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
I was talking about the so Darwin. They were saying like he doesn't actually do like the drawing himself. He's like does all the tech that makes the art work.
The
He just
engineering.
steals
yeah.
the art.
No, he doesn't steal. Like other people do the actual.
He traces.
Like
He
copy
traces
and paste?
over
Oh,
what
no.
the Eve art
Not
team
a
does.
tracer.
He copies and pastes. Copies and
He
pastes.
makes
copy
it go
paste.
and do stuff.
Yeah, yeah, he does all of it.
Speaking of
He
shots
does
to
it.
CCP does, can we do a shot to CCP Ice Cream, who
Right,
Fuck
left
yeah.
the company?
Yeah,
He's like off getting married, moving across the world.
yeah. Well, he just.
Hell
Well, good luck to him.
He just left Iceland for the old San Fran, I think. So
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Moving across the world. He was a
So,
good guy.
Rain, I don't know if you've gone yet. Your Christ Fest thing downtown?
I was just there. It was so much. Wait, you were there? Dom, I can't hear you. When were you there?
Oh, did I push a button?
like an hour ago, I think he said.
Wait, you were there? Are you
Yeah,
serious?
today. I was here today. Yeah.
You didn't message me. I was there. So me and
you
like
were
my
probably working. We went there like at 2:30, 3
Oh,
o'clock.
yeah, I was
so,
I'm
definitely
gonna be right
working,
back
yeah.
and get my daiquiri on Thursday.
Sat there and drank mulled wine. Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, it's so good.
It is so good.
As a
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Sorry,
Watch it. Dom, you got to push a talk.
I am pushing my button. What's going on?
You
here?
have to keep it held.
So I keep holding the button.
I'm not gonna do that. I think my battery's dying. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
you have a battery on your tabletop mic.
This keyboard.
Oh, man. Wireless
I don't think
keyboards.
I do wireless anymore. It's just my headset.
I used to do wireless a lot of stuff, but I stopped doing it because I didn't like the battery thing. But even more than the batteries, like I feel like there would be times where stuff just wouldn't.
All right, I still have my foot pedal. I'm gonna be right back. I gotta get batteries.
Yeah, like there would
Okay.
be times where it's like I know I pushed that button, but my computer didn't think I did, and sometimes like I'd be moving my mouse. It's like it's not registering, and then it starts moving. And, so I was like,
I don't know. They've got
too much interference in
The
around.
only time I ever have issues is if I'm standing directly in front of my microwave while it's on, but like I don't blame it for that.
Yeah, I don't know. It wouldn't be like bad. It would just be like these little like kind of like half-second gaps, and they weren't common. It was like maybe a few times a night, but still, it's just like that one time you really need that click to happen. It doesn't happen. So
Can I just? This is a weird thing. I just want to. So the other day, one of my friends got socially engineered on Discord. I just want to throw it out there. Do not scan QR codes from Discord. In fact, you have no idea what the fuck a QR code does, so don't scan them ever because you're
Agreed.
going to lose your Discord account. But also, if you're going to try and fish people in their DMs on Twitter, you got to do something better besides, hey girl, you want $3,000 because I can send it to you? Because all I'm going to do is send you my Venmo, which isn't OPSEC or anything because it's chocolate rain like every other fucking social media I have. Or this other guy who sent me a website and says, account, password, balance, help me manage, thanks, to which I say, I'm bad at math, you fucking idiot. So if you're going to try that, people are social engineering, people are giving you clickbait, don't click on anything. It's easier to just Google your bank account or your banking company and then call them, or call the number on the back of your credit card if you have questions about scams and frauds. Just
Yeah,
throwing it
but-
out there, especially with
You-
Discord. Discord Nitro's not fucking worth it. Don't support Discord Nitro. Stop fucking scanning your QR codes or clicking on Discords because someone's like, hey man, was this you posting this weird thing? Please click. Or try out my game, you guys. I'm a game dev. Please test. Don't click
Yeah,
it.
I
Just
don't
stop.
click on links like that. Just
Where is
or
this
any-
coming from? I'm lost.
So in Talking in Stations, we literally had a guy get fished because he's like, I'm gonna scan this QR code on Discord. Like, just don't scan the
Oh,
QR
yeah.
code.
Well, that's on him.
Yeah, don't do it
Wow.
because scanning QR. That's the same as clicking a link, and that's like the second you do that, now you probably have phishing
And it
software on there,
bypasses
and-
two-factor authentication. So if you
Yeah.
have two-factor authentication, good, like good on you. But stop clicking on shit. Stop clicking on things. Just don't click on it.
Yeah, I don't do any of that stuff. I don't. If I'm not expecting the link, I get a lot of that shit in like text messages, like, "Oh, hey, it's fucking Amazon customer support." Blah blah. Click this link for it. It's like, nope. Delete conversation and
There's I'm reminded of an iconic line from the great film Johnny Mnemonic.
Oh
I
yeah,
still
good
haven't
film.
watched that.
It's
Oh
great.
my God, Drayden.
It's,
Okay,
it's Matrix
anyway.
.1.
There's a line when Johnny and the hot redheaded chick are going to visit Henry Rollins, who is like a biotech doctor, and they knock on his door, and he's got a camera pointed at his door and a little speaker system, and he says, "If you're not expected, then you're not invited, so fuck off." And that's how I treat every text message or every Discord message from somebody that I don't know. If you're not expected, then you're not invited, so fuck off. And I've never been, I've never, ever been scammed in my life.
Hell, he does
Once a
that
meeting.
to me sometimes too. It sucks.
I do, even when I know the person.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been scammed either.
And I'm gonna
got
throw it
scammed
out
once
there
in Eve.
too. You got scammed in Eve, bro. What the fuck?
I
Yeah,
got scammed once in Eve, but that wasn't my fault.
mine wasn't my fault.
The
I got
the
scammed
one time
once
because
in
like
Eve.
it was the what's that margin trading scam.
That was mine,
If
too.
you don't know the margin that margin trading exists in Eve, then that's a very, because you think the market is safe and it cannot be. So
It was a craft doing it.
and then
but yeah.
it happened to be, and then I was like, how the fuck does and then I was told about it. I'm like, oh, that's fucking stupid that even exists. They should
got
take
rid
that
of
out. They did get rid of it. Good.
I, as
So-
a trader, loved margin trading. That's like an outlier
Right.
way to abuse margin trading.
Well,
But
right,
I
right,
did
right.
stand by it once.
The
You
ability
didn't do it to scam people though, right? You did it to
Right.
margin trade.
No,
right?
No,
actually-
right,
yeah.
exactly. You get to put out a wide net of buy orders and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
no,
You don't
the
have to be able to
function
cash
of
them
it
all at
was-
once because they trickle. You know,
Yeah, the
everything
function of it
trickles
was
in.
nice. It's just the ability for people to legitimately scam through the in-game marketplace
Was
did suck.
fantastic.
I didn't like that.
Oh, I
'Cause
mean,
it's like usually like
Oh.
if you get scammed because you get duped by someone or you just gullible, well that's on you. But it's like if you get scammed by a system that you are basically told and it's ingrained in your mind that like the market is
There's-
safe to buy from.
There's no counter for
There's
it
no
until
counter other
you
than just-
fall for it.
Yeah, basically like since then I've never fallen for it, but it's like
Right.
at that point there's no way for me to.
Is
And I was
wait,
sitting there
wait.
checking everything like over and over. I'm like, this can't be real. And I was like, nope.
Was this the
there's order.
scam where it's like you could put up a buy order but then not have enough is to pay for it?
Yeah. And
So,
if someone
you
tried
could
to
sell something and then try to buy it, and then that's a really dumb.
Yeah, you
like,
could put
I
up
remember
a
when they
portion.
fixed that.
Yeah, you could put up a portion, so that way, if someone tries to sell to that buy order, if you don't have enough money, it just cancels the buy order and doesn't buy it. And so someone had these things up on contract for like 100 million a piece, and I didn't know what they were. They were like some some faction POS thing, and I was like, I didn't know what the actual value of those things were, but they were on there for like it was 3 of them on contract for 100 million a piece. So it was 300 million, and then I saw that there was a buy order on the market for those exact things for like 10 million a piece. I'm like, oh shit. Oh no, sorry. For like more, it was more than that. So I bought them for 300 million and was going to try and sell them for like probably close to $1 billion. They didn't have enough money for it, so it canceled the buy orders. And now I was stuck with these things that were actually worth 10 million. That's what they were worth 10 million. I bought them for 100 million a piece, and now I was stuck with them because I couldn't sell to that one buy order.
Yeah, I'm
So-
glad CCP fixed that because that makes
Yeah.
zero fucking sense.
Yeah, like well, I mean, like
It has to
the
be,
use of
that's the
margin
thing, is
trading.
it has to be like somewhat socially engineered almost in that
Yeah.
situation.
The legit
it
use
can
of margin trading was fine, and it's a useful tool because then it's like, well, I know I'm going to want like 100 of these things. I don't have enough money to buy 100 right now to put up in escrow, but I could put up a portion of that, and then I know I'm going to be making money from my other sales throughout the week that will cover the buy orders later on. So like that's what it was supposed to be for, and that's fine. But people found a way to scam with it, and that sucks. So
Yeah.
Eve players were Eve players with it.
It's ridiculous.
Mine was almost the same setup, but it was just one of those random times you ever look at Gita Local, because obviously we all know that's a terrible idea. But it was just somebody being like, holy shit, can't believe this. I wish I had money to act on it kind of thing. And you right click and you look at whatever it is, and it was like a Brin's modified thermal, some fucking obscure officer mod that like there was no volume on, nobody ever used. It was garbage, like worse than like faction or something. And so there was no like trade history really to speak of, and somebody could bloat the trade history recently because they were just selling back and forth themselves to make it look like numbers were
yeah,
up. And then there's like a buy order for 2 or something, and then but like a minimum of 2 quantity or something, and then it's selling for like an
Yeah.
ungodly amount each. And you're thinking, oh, I can see the
they'll do that
history.
too, because then you look
sold
at the
for that
history and it
before.
seems fine. And this was down in I think it was in Dodixie that this happened to me, and it's like I think I looked because I double checked everything, like double checked the contract price, make sure I wasn't fucking up a decimal point or how many zeros were there. I was like, nope, that is for that, and this is for that. This is easy money. And after checking it, and the only way for me to have seen that those modules were actually not worth very much at all was to like fly over to Jita and check the prices over there or something like that. But it's like, if this is like this is going to be gone before I get back. So it was kind of one of those like, got to do it now. Got to hurry. Got to make that money. And yeah, didn't make that money, in fact. And then the guy, as soon as I did it, the guy convoed me. He's like, hey, I'll buy them back from you for 20 million a piece. I'll give you double what they're worth. I'm like, fuck you. I'm keeping these as a reminder to myself to never fall for this shit again. I still have those modules in Dodixie.
Hell yeah.
To this day. Still got it's like 3, I think it was like Dark Blood, like small laser turrets for a POS or some shit like that. I don't remember what they were, but
That's really nice for a minute.
yeah, just a
Just
little
trying to
talking
think of
about
what we
Eve.
can talk about.
we got some there's the art stuff. There's the hanger shit.
Even nobody looked at art, dude. Like,
There was
Getting
a
up there.
community-
No,
yeah.
it's actually pretty badass hanger changes all around.
no,
Like,
I know. I'm kidding. It was
Everybody
actually
was-
really cool.
Everybody was complaining about some noise that's involved in like the docking process that I think they already fixed.
you
But
can
like I
turn
heard
off the
multiple
ambient,
complaints
though.
about it, and I never heard whatever this noise was. But I
It
do have
was
sounds and shit
very
on.
loud. When
I
it
guess-
when it first rolled out, it was very loud, and it wasn't tied to any of the sound settings in the game
Yeah, I
settings
mean, I heard
window.
that,
So
but,
there
like-
was no slider to control it. But it was
I never
so-
heard it.
You never heard it?
No, and I like, I play almost, nightly generally, so it's like everybody was like, yeah, the loud ass noise, and I was like, what noise? And like I hear some of the, just noise when it starts making you look like you're about to fly out or whatever, but like I never heard any loud noise.
No, this was when you're docking into a station.
I don't know. I guess I never
so
noticed.
it brings up the docking message on the screen, but it was accompanied with a very jarringly loud sound effect. And it was a long sound effect. It was like 2 or 3 seconds long, and it was very high pitched.
Does anybody?
So if you
Sorry.
were running multiple accounts, if you docked
Ooh.
a bunch of ships at once, you would get this massive sound like blasted in your face. So, but they've since fixed it. It's a non-issue now.
Does anybody remember the gong?
I remember the gong. The
Do you
gong
think the
wasn't
player
too long
base would be
ago.
more accepting of the gong in this day and age?
No,
I mean, that was like 3 to 5 years ago, wasn't
the gong wasn't as annoying as the docking sound. It just wasn't necessary.
I like gongs though.
it? It was a fun thing to do when you got a kill mill.
Yeah, fuck. Come on.
You know what? The oh, never
Just
mind.
make a toggleable gong. Bring back gong.
Gong.
Dom, thanks for the gifted subs.
I remember
You
hearing.
are welcome.
I can't
Mr.
remember
Drayton.
which
Oh, they're
CCP
going to
dev
Elby.
said
Well,
it.
you
but
asked. You said thank you though.
Oh yeah.
never mind.
Sorry,
No,
sorry.
tell
go
me.
ahead.
Say it. Say it. Say it.
No,
say it.
it's okay. It doesn't matter. It was so long ago. It's just,
What was it?
it just came to my head. It was in reference to the gong, but it doesn't matter.
The Gong
anymore.
Show. They'd be old enough to remember that, but me.
There was some
Gonzo?
CCB dev that I remember saying that
Gong Show is so annoying. You're right.
everything that happens on screen should be accompanied by a sound effect. And I remember thinking how crazy that sounded.
That would be busy.
Like,
That'd be very. There's like bands that make music like that, right?
yeah,
Like, it's just
there's like
busy.
there's plenty that's going on screen that you don't need an audio cue for. But I think that kind of mentality, it felt like that's where the gong came from. It's like, oh, death. If you're not physically watching the screen for whatever reason, you can at least know that you got a kill because you can hear it. Like it's kind of an unnecessary thing.
You guys know the click that defaults on when you like
The
hover
UI
over
click.
things? Oh,
Yeah.
talk about
Click?
needing interaction with noise every time you do something. Like anything you hover over, it's like.
Oh, I do that all the time. I'm like,
Oh,
is
it's
my
so
sound on? Like just to see.
In
I
this
have to turn
game,
it off every time I like pass.
I mean,
I hate that on
toggle
phone.
the
My parents still have all those sounds on
back.
with their phones. Yo, got the
welcome
daiquiri,
back,
Back.
Delana. What kind of
I did it.
daiquiri did you get?
the drive-through kind.
Cajun eggnog, of course.
Cajun eggnog.
Eggnog
yeah.
daiquiri?
Wow, I've never heard of
Cajun
that.
eggnog daiquiri. That's three
I
things
heard
I
it
didn't
as
think would ever
agent.
be put together.
Agent eggnog.
Well, as a segue,
Oh
in
yeah,
talking
you got
about
your,
Eve,
your collector's item
Supreme.
shirt.
Oh, wait.
I got the Supremes. Yeah,
I can't wear my
Super
jersey
Bowl.
for
The only,
laundry.
I guess, the only one with my Supreme shirt at Vegas.
yeah.
You don't have to get naked, Drayton. What's your name?
I know I don't have
Manic. Manic
But,
was trying to
will-
get naked. Will you? Will you get naked for me?
to.
We don't
Hell
need
yeah.
to stop them.
Yeah,
You
no,
don't need to
the
stop
af-
'em, that's right.
That's the after show. We turn on sub only chat and go ham.
Flip flop all over the place.
We can't hear you, man.
Here's
But if it's
Yeah, if you're
sub
saying something we
only,
can't hear.
who's the
Sorry, I
dom?
forgot. I didn't have push to talk. Okay, if you are a proud owner of Supreme merch from Open Comms, you are now in possession of a legit collector's item because the Supreme brand had our shirts taken down off of Redbubble.
Yeah,
Why?
because they look too much
For
like the actual
copyright,
Supreme, like
we're
SUR.
aping off of the Supreme brand.
Yeah,
Do you think that if you redid it, it would make it through until someone complained again?
It's probably that the
Probably.
logo looks
With a big
close enough.
company,
Like
I
the
think
only difference is the U.
It's
So
yeah, it's close enough.
That
It
makes me
even
sad.
it
I
Oh no,
uses
no,
the
the
same
sorry.
font. So yeah, it's not derivative. I mean, it is derivative,
It's
but it's not
parody.
transformative
I mean, there's
enough.
Supreme shirts that are still up on Redbubble.
Yeah. So I think I'm sure it's just an automated thing, and it landed on us.
Yeah. That's funny though. But yeah, it's Got the spring
If you
shirts.
come to NOLA, you'll get plenty of
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Akron, I guess.
I can't wait.
I'll
My
have
time off was
plenty.
approved
it
this
was
week.
April
Good, good.
something.
21 through
can't even
23.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be there on 420.
420.
Yeah, if you get there on
bitches.
Thursday, that will be 420.
Yeah, getting there.
Yeah, don't get arrested. It's still
419.
not cool down there.
Yeah.
No, it's
Oh,
cool
it's not?
everywhere. It's just not legal there.
That's what I
Oh,
mean.
I didn't know that.
Well, yeah, cool.
I'm
Yeah,
from Texas, and
yeah.
it's still not cool down there.
It's still like slowly being moved to, legal.
My goal is to bring down probably
kicking and screaming.
It's like
probably bring an ounce of weed with me, at least an 8-ball, and about 12 hits of acid.
That sounds like a good plan.
just for Thursday.
Just for Thursday,
That's
baby.
Thursday night.
That's
Just
Thursday
for
night, then.
Thursday.
Oh, what do you do Friday night then?
The dungeon.
Then we
Second
get
ounce.
weird.
I love that we're all wearing
I-
our Supreme shirts.
I don't have one.
fucking
You all
great.
make me sad.
No, I was
either.
because I was sitting there. I was like, I gotta change it because I was in my work uniform still. I was like, I gotta change it, and I was like, oh man, I'll use the
I do have
collector's
a
item. I saw it in
shirt
the
on for the
closet.
show, though. I'm representing our show.
You're representing the show.
I'm bad then. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I just want to throw out there this dress
didn't-
is super thin, so like you can see through it. It's not good.
Oh
Prove it.
my!
Prove it.
About that.
I have a picture on my phone of like you can see my bra and underwear of me
Well,
standing.
yeah,
in
that's
I
it.
didn't
like
That's
think
not-
we were
that's
that
not-
worried
a
about
lot
the
of stuff
ratings.
with
Dang.
like if you get it white like that, the white will just go be straight.
I'm just used to thick material, dude. I hate it.
I thought,
think
they
I
would
thought
have
you
the
liked the other. I thought you
material
liked it
in
smaller.
Redbubble.
What? So dupe.mug, I finally I did show you my dupe shirt,
You got,
right?
you
Manic?
got your
Yeah,
Duke
yeah.
mug.
I got my
I
dupe
got
shirt.
my dude shirt
Rain
too.
Rain has her Duke dress. She was wearing a Duke dress in the place I
It's
won't name.
fantastic. Yeah. Oh, the
Why? Not
whorehouse.
like you have
There
to
it
worry
is.
about Canadian rats tonight.
I love the different product lines we got there. Like you said,
We've
there-
got the weirdest fucking
yeah,
merch.
Like I love
The,
that thing you
the
said. You're
Duke
like,
dot shirts is probably one of the most obscure things in the face of the earth.
yeah.
That I've had to
sure.
explain to like 85
I
people,
love it.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
85.
It's
You've had to
actually-
explain it to 80. You've had 85 people ask you about
Yeah.
Duke.
The best
Oh,
part about it is
You have
it's
not.
fun
You
to
fucking
explain.
liar.
Well, maybe it
85
was,
fucking
maybe it
people
was
have
4.
now asked you
It
about
might-
your
I might have
Duke
upped the number.
shirt.
I might have exaggerated the
might
numbers
be
a little bit.
84, but
82, probably, yeah.
Yeah,
Somewhere
okay.
around there. 78, 90, maybe, I don't know. But anyway, it's so much fun to explain, right? Because it's fun to explain.
It
It's
is. It
stupid.
is.
It's so
That's-
awesome.
That's
That's what
what's
Manic said. He's like Open Comms merch is basically a bunch of inside jokes that you could wear
Yeah.
that no one
But,
else
like,
will
Yeah, I had to
understand.
even
explain-
I think it even extends to like Eve shit because Eve we have like any video game really we have our own language. Yeah, Akarat's got the tiny dick
Tiny dick
coaster.
My only
Homies.
representation at the moment.
So yeah, we've got our own language, and I'm sure like if normies overhearing us out in public talking about this shit probably think we're the weirdest
Yeah.
bunch
It's,
of fuckers on
you know,
the
here's
planet.
the here's the part about that, Manic, is you call them normies. That makes us
Yeah, the
even
normies,
weirder.
the people that don't play Eve.
So here's my favorite thing from Vegas. We're talking about Vegas now because he brought up the little thingy. I don't know if you can see it very well or not.
Is that a Hello Kitty?
It's a
What is that?
No,
P.
it
got a
is
pin.
B.
Fat
It's the
Beats in.
boots.
Oh,
Kick ASCII pin. Isn't that fucking
Ah,
funny?
that's pretty good.
It's a meme in the Imperium. Is everybody's Kick ASCII because they're huge and they
The
do
best
lots
part
of-
is
do
it's a
stupid shit.
bee. It's a bee that's looked like a shoe, so
Yeah.
you can just say it's the foot fetish sig and goons.
well, that actually probably exists too. But the fucking
yeah.
Kick ASCII's awesome. I loved it.
God, I saw there was a bumper sticker on a truck. I was gonna get a picture of it, but I couldn't because people started moving and it's like snowy as shit up here. So, but it was just like it was like a hand with a pinky like this, and then I got closer and it's like 2-inch penis club. I'm like, oh, tiny dick homie, dude.
tiny dick homie.
Dude, homies.
That's good.
It's always great when we see each other out in the wild.
So here's your
Oh,
tiny
look at
tiny
that.
dick for you there. Right. So this is my stem cap for my bicycle.
Oh my god.
Wow.
This goes on my
Oh.
bicycle stem cap. You just-
Oh, I
I've
thought that was
seen
I
that
thought that was
being
a
a-
cheese
No.
puff or like
It's
a
a little
Cheeto.
fucking
I thought it was a
dick.
Cheeto.
It's a little tiny dick.
I've seen
I'm
it
like,
in
wow,
walls.
you found a Cheeto that looks like a dick and balls.
You just
No, it's
saved
plastic.
it.
Cheeto.
Yeah, that's
Tiny
3D
dick
printed,
Cheeto.
probably. Or well, I've
That-
seen people 3D printing stuff like that and like putting
And
it on their
if you get
box's
real
car.
festive, you can have America, tiny dick, homie.
Or it could
That
be
looks,
France.
that looks
or
or
Russia.
a French.
Oh, it's French. Oh my God, it's French. That's why it's
If
circumcised.
you rotate,
It depends. Like it's French
Well,
like this. If you
it-
put it
it-
like this, it's Russian. I think.
Here's I got a dirty
It makes
French
sense
story
for
you.
French
Dutch.
because the French have tiny dicks.
They
like,
do. And here's the
legitimately.
worst part about it, right? So I heard on the radio today
I
that
am
the
big yes
UN has officially declared the baguette to be culturally important to France. I don't know what that means, but they did this, right? I
They
thought to
voted on
myself,
Just
they
bread.
did. They voted on it and said, okay, this is
Yeah,
this is
bread.
It's French bread.
it's French.
What was
Here's-
hilarious about it?
Why wouldn't they pick like wine, cigarettes, or body odor? That's more French than fucking baguettes.
The French invented body odor.
It is known.
What
Have
was
you
funny
been to
about-
Paris? Have you been to Paris? I'm telling you,
yes,
that's not a joke.
it's a. I will say, Eve Online meetups smell worse than Paris.
What was really funny
Yeah.
about that though was that on the floor of the UN when they did the official announcing that the vote had gone through, the French delegation held up a bunch of baguettes up in the air.
So what? Okay, what's that mean? Is it
Great.
protected? You can't make fun of baguettes now. The UN will come get you. Doesn't make any sense.
I
Why?
don't
Why'd they
fucking
do
know.
this? This seems like a waste of fucking
The
the
UN
will
world's,
come
is
get
the
you.
world's money, right? What
The
the
UN
fuck?
won't get you. Macron will.
So, but the thing about the baguette is
But
very
not today,
important to
'cause he's
our
in New
culture.
Orleans
It's
right
just,
now.
it's
Oh,
fine.
is
It's
he?
just a cute little
Yeah.
thing. It's not hurting
And,
anybody.
It is hurting
apparently-
people.
Eventually, the hot dog will be protected.
Have
for
you
it,
ever been
so
hit
it's
by a
okay.
baguette bread? It hurts. They're fucking hard. It can hurt
Apparently,
people.
so
How
the
often
French
are you getting
president
hit by baguettes, Dom?
is
Dom,
Once a
no,
week.
no, no, no. Hold on.
right
Once a
now.
week.
Stop!
I want to know how often Dom is getting
Delana.
hit by.
Once a week.
I mean,
The French guy, I don't like
Okay,
him.
I'm
It was
sorry,
sort-
Delana. I'm sorry, Delana. Go.
So the French president is in town. He's in New Orleans right now, and there's a picture of our mayor showing him one of our best potholes in the French Quarter. Like one of our nice holes in the street, with a traffic cone in it.
You guys are proud of that?
Is this a point of
Why
pride?
is that-
Because our streets are so bad. But it's literally
all-
like
Do you know why that is?
You think you'd want to
Do they-
because we're built on a swamp, and
you-
That's certainly a
also
contributor.
they apparently there's like 3 guys that fix our streets.
Lazy guys. Because apparently they don't
No,
do it.
there's just 3 of them. I think
What
for
do you
the
think
whole
they get at
city.
least one
For the
pothole
whole
filled? What the fuck? Come on.
But the
Like-
entire state has bad roads.
Yeah, but especially right here,
Just do what we do here in Michigan: fill it in with gravel, call it good.
So
we don't even
Louisiana
get that
was-
far.
In Utah, we don't
recall-
have bad roads because our roads are constantly under construction year round.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Montana,
the-
but Montana.
here-
Well, I don't live in Montana, but Montana's awful. They cone off their whole entire freeway system like it's under construction. They never do anything.
Midwest
Fucking
has
kids,
2
I tell you what.
seasons. The 2 seasons in the Midwest are construction season.
No, Chicago.
And-
not
not-
Iowa. It's not like that.
Well, okay, Wisconsin and fucking Michigan and
Oh.
Illinois and Indiana and Minnesota are all like that.
You know why it's
It
not
is
like that in Iowa? Because it's perfect here.
Oh, it's because just everything's
I'm
already
trying to
mostly
show the
gravel
screen, but
roads.
I don't know. That's the picture. I don't know if you can see it.
See what?
Louisiana was
Baguettes and
one of the
potholes,
last
yeah.
states to raise the drinking age to 21, and one of the ways that the federal government forced their hand was by withholding highway funding.
Federal highway funding.
Yeah.
For the interstate.
That's what I'm saying.
They did that
That's
to
why
Arizona
all
with
the
the seatbelt
roads
law.
in Louisiana suck.
They did that to Arizona
Well,
with the
no,
seatbelt
just
law.
like because we're built on a swamp and sinking into the ground.
and
and
apparently you have
also
lazy street
because-
workers.
Because
people
yeah,
figure it out.
corruption is fun, and they don't feel like spending money on things that matter. And yeah,
Corruption
This is why
kinda
we must
fun, though.
rise up, comrades, and eat the rich.
I don't think most of them will taste
Yeah.
very good. But whatever.
They're not supposed to taste good. It's
principle.
supposed about sending a message.
Probably
If
taste
there's
like
if they're
cocaine.
cinnamon, I'd eat them.
Oh, sending
do
a
too.
message, not
Black.
cinnamon.
Oh, I said cinnamon.
Yeah,
Cinnamon
it's the holidays
message.
and cinnamon.
Cinnamon-
rich
cinnamon.
sounds
all right,
really good.
there's the link in chat.
Look how proud we are of our huge hole.
Oh, yeah. Why?
This is
why?
so sad.
It's confusing. Why would you
Look
want
at
to
this
show
hole
him?
in the ground.
The bald dude's all smirking. He's like he's happy, but
Look
yeah,
at
that's
this.
our
Don't
that's
show
our
off
good
your
hole.
holes.
That's
Have
Mitch
a-
Landrieu.
Fucking hole
We're
there. I
not
like
no,
big hole.
we're not proud of our holes, right?
Yeah,
Oh, I am proud.
yeah.
I am.
My hole.
That's not true. I'm proud of my hole.
I'm doing this wrong, dude. No wonder guys.
My
Bleach
holes-
the
shot-
shit out
holes
of
are
it. scrub it.
embarrassing.
Oh, shots. Here.
Shots for Gungrave, the video game.
Richest
Gun-
country in the
Gungrave?
world.
I don't know.
Is it good? I never heard of it.
Cocaine
Gungrave?
Bear's making this thing.
I've heard of Hardgrave. Isn't that a person?
Lad, that joke is so old. That's not
I
even
don't
the
get-
worst
I don't get that one.
potholes that we
I don't get
have.
that joke.
They showed not even the best pothole.
I have not seen
He
Hung
didn't-
Dungray.
They
Dude's
didn't
a
even
world
show him the
leader.
best
The
pothole.
best and I mean worst.
That
the
isn't
ones
even the
that
best
you
one.
you don't see until too late, and then you're like, oh shit, I'm about to break my car, and then you hit it, and you hit it so hard that like your soul briefly leaves your body.
So in all honesty,
Those
the
are
best
the,
the
the
best
best ones,
pothole
and by best I mean worst.
the best pothole is the one where you hit it and you don't know you hit it because it was so tiny. That's the best pothole.
But then does that even really count?
Doesn't
No,
even count.
it's a
If you
good
can't-
pothole.
If you can't
It's
tell
called a
that you hit
pavement.
it, then it's not really a
Yeah.
pothole.
I wouldn't call the
Yeah.
deepest, worst one the best one. That
When
seems
you hit a
wor- that seems-
pothole, you know
It's like
because your initial reaction
Tree
is like
falling in the forest.
That's
Hey,
the
the,
sound you
the
make.
worst
you know what you
ones
do?
are just like
Fix
when
your
you,
roads.
you're just like, I just broke my car.
If
Fuck,
you
I was
There's
gonna
no
drive
way,
down
like,
here.
yeah,
I'm
my
not gonna.
like-
tire's gonna explode,
I
and
did mess
somehow
up the
my
work
car
van.
has not been
You
damaged
did?
too bad, but
I messed up the work van on a pothole. It's I didn't have any other option. I was going around a corner on the freeway, and it was one of those where like you have the cement guardrail on the side, so it was like less than a foot of a shoulder, and then the other lane there was a car in that lane, so it's like right as I saw the pothole, it was like I had like a second to react. I'm like, okay, my options are hit the guardrail, probably still hit the pothole, hit that car, maybe hit the pothole, or just hit the pothole. So I tried.
I would
to
hit
slow-
the car. Fuck.
I
that
tried to slow
pothole.
down as much as I could. And I hit that pothole like 60 miles an hour, and it was probably like almost about like 8 or 9 inches deep and like about a foot across. And it, like Delana said, like my soul left, and then right after that, the van was just like it didn't get a flat tire, but it actually bent the rim of my
nice.
wheel.
Your car has ribs.
No, of the rim.
Yeah.
It bent.
Oh,
it
rim.
Bent, it
That's how they
bent
keep
the
you safe.
wheel a tiny bit, not enough to like I took it to the tire shop. They're like, it's not really bad enough to change. It's just you're gonna have a little bit of a vibration. So it's like basically me going, and it's like got resonances things. So like at about
That's gonna get worse over time, isn't it?
no, they said it was fine. They just said it'd be annoying. So like right around 45 miles an hour and 60 miles an
It's
hour.
annoying.
At those
It'll
speeds,
cause
it
wear
has
and
like a
tear.
resonance where it's like it just kind of has this. Like when you're
Yeah,
your
but
brakes
that's
and,
not
like, you're-
normal. Like your car
Not
isn't
safe.
built to drive like that.
Drayden, I'm stupid at cars, and you should not be driving that
Yeah, it's
car.
gonna wear
Yeah,
out your
but-
shit quicker too.
No,
Yep,
it's
that's
they check the
exactly-
alignment. The guys at the tire place said it's fine. Don't worry. About it.
Anything that increases like consistent vibrations within your vehicle
Well,
will
yeah,
cause
it's
certain
only-
things to wear faster.
It's only gonna
Like,
get
it-
worse.
Yeah.
Stuff like the engine.
Those guys were
mounting
being lazy.
bolts.
Did you go on a Friday?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
like stuff
baby.
like engine mounting bolts, for example, like that can get weakened by shit like that.
Vibration is bad for cars.
Well, it's not my car. It's the
That's
company.
true.
It's the company van.
But you have a vested interest in the company doing well.
But
Mr.
here's the
VP.
thing.
Aren't you the vice
Mr.
president?
Vice
we
President.
drive so many miles on those vans. Like the average lifespan of a vehicle for us is about 5 years. We've already had that one for 3, so it's like it won't in the next 2 years it won't get so bad that like the van will get tossed in the dumpster before the wheel. Gets
And all
back.
this so your dad can get a little bit more
Yeah, like
money.
it's a 3-year-old van. There's already like 147,000 miles on it, and it'll be at about 250 in the next couple of years, and we'll get a new van. So it's fine.
You're just a cog in the machine, bro.
You're
Yeah.
you're a cog in this capitalist machine, Drayden.
Yeah, we put about 50,000
Capitalist
miles.
Tell
Hell's
Drayden,
Gate.
it sounds like we got to eat your dad for.
I think so, yeah.
Taste some chicken.
Now, you said eat him, not eat him out, right?
Eat him,
Eh,
like
sure.
like
Alright.
consume
Well,
him
I
like
didn't know. I wasn't
Jeffrey
sure what you said.
Dahmer. I'm saying Jeffrey
Oh.
Dahmer, not Marilyn Manson. Okay.
Okay, there you go. Thank you. Thank you for the fucking
Alright.
clarification.
We should probably do some Eve stuff. We're already 40 minutes in.
We can talk. All right, all
little
right.
bit.
We can
There's
talk
40
about
minutes
Eve
in.
There's only, like,
now.
We already
What
did
happened this
shots to
week?
Darwin and shots ice cream. What more Eve stuff is there?
I actually played, and I was in Pochven today for the first time. Had a
Do you
fucking
like
blast.
What'd you think? What'd you think, Don?
I thought it was cool. I had a good time.
Is
I
it?
was gate camping, and we were ratting a little bit, and gate camping. I have fun. My first time in Pochven. I had no standing, so everything attacked me, that was kind of sucky. But what do you do, right?
That's part of it. That's fine.
But
I don't
faction,
think
we can touch a little bit on the faction warfare thing after that. But I was just saying that this is like the new hanger stuff they came out with on a blog this week, and that they're gonna be coming out with this stuff on the.
How is it possible that the fucking art in Eve just keeps getting better and better?
Dude, it's so good. So
It's
this is
Darwin.
The
fucking-
art
I'm
team
telling
is
you,
just
what?
Art,
It's
fantastic.
the art
just
department
always.
is
Yeah,
It is-
well, and
yeah.
the
Domchin, that's me, baby. Yeah. I fucking love I mean, if you log into the game, if you play it, some people do, some people don't. When you're docked up, it's fucking gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's busy, but not too busy. It's just perfect.
I
I
love
only
the
have one
ch-
complaint about it.
I like
my-
CCP. I think
it-
they're fucking good
I
guys.
love the way it looks. I wish that I could like disable it on some of my accounts though or something. 'Cause
Yes.
having all 8 of my accounts loaded up at the same time at high graphic settings, it gets glitchy.
Well,
and it
right, but
does
they-
weird
So
I
it's
heard
like
real
it's like
resources.
cocaine. You hate it, but you like the way it
But
smells.
now, they did say a thing in here, and I don't know if it's implemented yet, but there's going to be 4 different settings as far as station environment graphics quality. There's going to be like ultra, and then the bottom one was performance, and then there's going to be two of them in the middle. So
Does that mean all the video settings are gonna have 4 now?
it's basically
Or
no,
just the
it's just the
docked
station.
one?
It's the
Okay.
station environment, so you can set that down to performance, which it's probably not going to put it on like lines and polygon potato mode, but it should tone it down a whole bunch. I
That'll
think what
probably
they
be
did
what
was
I
like to make it to where it wouldn't drop frames. They're just going to lower the resolution on a lot of the stuff in there, which is going to.
It's like even with my 2080, if I've got all of my accounts loaded up, the frames will drop like crazy on some of them, and then if I click in one account, another one will just go to a black screen for like 5 to 10 seconds.
Yeah. I mean, I can imagine. I mean, because some of these systems, I put a link in chat for the blog if people want to look at it. And I mean, there's a lot of
Oh,
good
I
stuff in
forgot
here.
to
I love that they
fucking
did like a
see
whole structural, like a modular structure thing, and they were saying that they were doing that so that in the future they can add, remove things, and instead of like having to rebuild an entire station environment individually each time, they can just modulate it and move stuff in and out if they need to. It makes it a lot easier to update things later. I love just all the light. It's almost like because they redid the Jita station, but this is gonna be in like everything, like in the upwell structures and stuff too. And I love the fact that it just makes it. I mean, this has no practical effect of like you're in space, like combat or anything like that. This is just aesthetics while you're in the station, but.
But
I'm gonna
serves
call
to-
Darwin out on something here real quick.
Hold on. I just want to say what this really does for me at least is it makes the station interiors feel more alive.
Yeah.
Like these things are supposed to be floating cities, and before it was just your ship and it was in the hangar.
Yep.
And that was it. Like you'd get puffs of smoke here and there, and you'd hear audio ambience in the distance. But then, like, at some point, they added, the flying ships in the background and lights moving around. So yeah, and the billboards. So over time, they've become more like vibrant and active. But now these things feel like I get Blade Runner vibes, like these massive sprawling cities in space. That's what they feel like.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah, and I mean, because that's the thing. Like, I mean, Keepstars are supposed to have like over 1 million people on them. I think, aren't they?
Yeah,
Millions,
they're
million, like maybe tens of millions. Like
keep stars
they
are
are
probably
huge.
God, yeah. Jesus.
those are like the space metropolises. But even like
Yeah.
even like in Athenor and stuff like that, or Astrahus.
things are
Astrahus is what I
gigantic,
mean. Like,
and
and
now
Astrahus
they
is like still
feel
in
like
large.
seeing the little specks of light traveling around in the stations, like the little compared to the scale of Eve ships and compared to the scale of the structure itself. Seeing those little teeny tiny lights trailing around in the distance really helps sell that activity.
And even just some of the little things. And this is something that I've really loved when I was watching some of these animations. Was the actual docking sequence when the ships come in and it's like pointed backwards and retrograde.
Yeah.
I love like it's such a little thing, and that's one of the few things. Like you look at a lot of sci-fi stuff, and there's like the ships coming forward, and they go and they stop and they land. It's like if you don't have like, I love that this took in actual real physics. You want to slow down, you need to burn stuff the other way and slow down that way. And that was one of the things about that Expanse show that I really liked is as far as physics and engines and how they work and stuff. I love the fact because they have to accelerate and then they accelerate all the way. And then when they get halfway to assist to where they want to go, they turn around and start decelerating the way down there. And it just makes it more realistic as far as physics on that, which is really cool. And then also a lot of the lights and warnings and stuff. I mean, when the station's getting attacked, you have like things that will show up.
Yeah.
And
so you can know if a structure that you're docked in is under attack just by looking
not just
at
under
the
attack, but
environment.
also the status. Like, is it on armor
Yeah,
timer?
yeah.
Is it on hull timer? And what's the countdown? Now it's just a progress bar, but like, what's the countdown for that reinforcement timer to come out? And also I love that there's a video animation of it, and it's when when something goes into reinforce and it causes sparks and all this stuff, and you have this like big ol' like alarm thing go off, and you have this like warning, hull vulnerable.
Again,
It's
making
just
it
so
feel more
cool, yeah.
alive. It's not just this static skybox that your ship exists in.
Yeah, it's so cool. I like everything about all of this was great. And also like the you can zoom in the ship, you can look at it from underneath, you can, and for like the ships that are really
The-
long, they
the
made it to where it's
collision points of
elliptical.
the against the camera. Some of the docking stations, they have like unique collision to them, so you can get these really interesting perspectives from like underneath your ship. It's really cool.
Yeah, everything about this whole thing was phenomenal. I was like, all of this is great. So, I mean,
I'm cold.
I don't think we've ever said anything bad about the art team and Eve, but I'm gonna do a shot for the art team because
Shouts to the art
Fuck yeah, I'll drink to them
because
every
Yeah.
day.
once again, like this one, like they've had a lot of cool shit in the
They
past. but
they are
this is a fucking
consistently
home run.
hitting home runs.
Yeah, this
like,
is it's so good. Like everything about this is great. Now I didn't actually even get to finish I didn't get to finish the capital hangar part of this, but I'm assuming it's just making the capital ships actually visible. Because I remember you get into Naglfar in the station hangars, and it's like, well, you don't get to zoom in or out. You don't
Yeah.
get to do anything.
I don't
with
like
it.
to. I don't like you can't spin. I don't.
Yes.
I've got
Yeah.
That bothers me a little bit. So I want to dock and spin out in space. That drives people crazy. Dominic, dock your Titan back up. Jesus Christ, what are you doing? Fuck you. It's my Titan. I'll undock when I want to.
you tell them, Dom.
Damn
Tell it-
right.
You don't
Tell
take
them-
no shit from nobody.
They just want you to leave it in the station so that they can abandon it and steal it again, you know?
That's right. That's right.
That's not funny. I'm still hurt by that.
I didn't mean it
As
to be
are
a joke. I
we.
meant it to be
Yeah.
an insult to them.
So I got to tell Seema, and he's in chat tonight. I saw him. Thank you very much. I do appreciate the sending me. He sent me a Titan skin to say sorry about losing your carrier. That's very cool of him. He didn't
Wow.
need to do that. He did it on his own. It wasn't from Init. It was from him, dude.
Which was
I,
very cool.
I
because he
hate to
wasn't
be.
involved.
I hate to be that guy. I already had that skin.
Yeah, Darwin.
Yeah,
you-
it's still
you
this is
can-
not the counts. You can
It
sell it.
does. That's what I say. And I'm gonna give it to somebody who's
I was like, yeah, just
deserving of it.
Give it to someone else or sell
Yeah.
it. Sell it. Buy a
I'm
different
no, I'm not.
skin.
I won't. I'm not selling it. I'm
Well, I'm
gonna
saying
give it to.
sell it-
I'm gonna
sell it
give it
and
to
buy a
somebody
different
who's
skin.
deserving.
It's
No,
like
I'm
you
not
bought
doing
that
that.
skin.
I'm gonna give it
So-
to somebody who's deserving of it.
There you go.
I want to address CCP Darwin there in the chat. So
Yeah.
before you couldn't do it with supers and titans, but you could with regular capitals. Now you can't with dreads or carriers or faxes.
Oh, the spinning.
Yeah, or freighters
true?
as well.
Keepstar?
Tamber, thank you.
Thanks for
Now he
keeping
has.
the subtitles.
Now he has no more
Yeah.
excuses. I can't do anything in your chat. Now he can't. He can't say that anymore because now he's subscribed.
Yeah, because I thought you could ship spin.
Yeah, I'm
Were you
calling
saying
you out.
Were you saying you just can't ship spin in capitals?
You couldn't do it in Titans and Supers. Now you can't do it
Oh,
in
I-
any
I-
of them, right? What about Rorks? I didn't check that.
Can't do it with Rorks either.
What about Orcas?
Oh.
I have not tested it with an Orca.
I think Orca's kind of
This is
treated
the
like
true
Orcas-
test of Orca. Is an Orca a capital or
Yeah, I
not?
was saying
I'm
it's
testing
like
You have
it
to.
right
You have to
now. I'm
use.
going
You have to
test
use
it right
Orca
now, friend.
capital parts to build an Orca.
yeah,
so
and
they're
I think you
technically
have to
capital,
have
right?
the industrial capital skill to fly an orca. So I
Yeah,
think
but they can go in
technically-
HiSec.
That's
Alright,
true.
I'm getting into an Orca right
That's but then
If you can spin an Orca, it's a subcap.
but then again, so can freighters, and those are capitals.
Friends, I am here to tell you that
So
you can in
the fact that they
fact
could go
spin
in
an
HiSec
Orca.
doesn't make it.
Oh, look at Darwin's wrong.
We need a
You can
Venn
spin an
diagram.
Orca.
First time ever. This is the first.
Yep.
You better clip this. This is the first time he's ever been wrong.
Yeah, I can spin in an Orca in the new stations, Darwin.
Oh,
So that no.
I was like,
we-
they're the smallest capital out there if they are considered a capital.
Orcas are the tiny dick homies of
Yeah,
capital.
they're the tiny little of capitals. So
Are they? Are they?
Yeah.
Bowheads. Isn't a bowhead technically a capital?
Yes.
Yeah,
No.
it's like a freighter. Yeah, so it's capital.
That's smaller, I think, isn't it?
no,
that's the
Bowhead's
tiniest
huge. Bowhead's big.
Not as big as an orca.
It's
I think
bigger
they're
than an
bigger.
orca. No, a
Orcas
bowhead-
got big
I
fat
thought
bellies.
bowheads
You
were
fucking-
smaller than orcas.
Are they? I thought bowheads were like the
They're
size of
bigger
a
for-
freighter.
Oh, they can haul like two. They can haul like two battleships, but they can't hold
Oh,
like
I
ore
thought they
and
could
shit.
hold. I thought they could hold.
I
like
don't know.
five.
I don't use one. If Mike
It's not- I don't-
Azariah was here, he could tell us.
Yeah,
'cause
Mike
he
would
uses the
know.
fucking.
I don't-
He uses the
I've-
shit out of them. Yeah.
I've never flown a bowhead. I've seen pictures of them. That's it. They don't exist. no one
I-
flies bowheads in any.
I use
So,
one for my
at the
I
ti-
use them for my incursion alt, but that's it.
when that blueprint came out, I was not a goon at the time. I was in the opposite side, and I fought my way through to because it only came out like one system, and goons controlled all the gates to get to there. Fought my way through the gates, got to that fucker, went and built it, and then saw what a piece of shit it is. I was so
Okay.
mad. I spent so much effort getting that fucking blueprint, and it is the worst shit.
Okay,
on
Abe
love
makes the same. Bowhead is
anytime-
twice as big as an orca. Well, twice as long as an orca. That's
I
what
love
thought.
anytime there's a new BPO drop where you can only get it out in ore space because there's only 2 stations in the game to go to, and there's the closer one and the further away one, and everyone goes to the closer one because they're dumb, and that's the one that's always camped.
and camped
if you-
hard. Yeah.
Yeah, really hard, especially whenever there's a release like that. So that's why, friends, always go to the one that's deeper in there because it's actually safer.
I don't know, John. I built one once. I saw what a piece of shit was. I sold it to somebody, and I got the fuck out.
Yeah, like I don't know exactly.
that
I
man
thought you
was
could
Mike
fit like
Azariah.
5.
I
thought
think
you
I
could-
did give it to him. I think you're right. I did give him a
Yeah, 'cause
bowhead, actually.
I thought you could fit like
Wouldn't that be a
4 or
crazy
5
story?
fit battleships in a bowhead. But I don't know. I don't fly them.
I feed Mike Azariah money when he needs it. I give him $1 billion.
Yeah, but
this
Mike-
last month
Mike
'cause I
doesn't-
like that guy, and I like what he does. He's a good dude.
Yeah,
He
like-
came on last week and said he was still fundraising. And I asked him how much he was short, and then I sent it to him.
oh, nice.
Good. Thank you. Like I said,
Aw.
the guy's a good dude. I've met him in person once. He's super nice. He does a great service for the game. Great service for new players. I know Rain hates him, but whatever. She doesn't.
I
like those
love
people.
him. What the fuck?
What?
He's
I
got
thought
some
you.
good
Oh,
leftist-
sorry.
Met him multiple
You know,
times.
I like
know. Jeez.
Um,
You look like you weren't paying attention. That's why I said that. Sorry.
but the,
I'm listening. I'm
um,
just playing a game called Echo.
so aside from the
Echo.
Tenio changes, what?
No,
on the
Echo.
Sega Saturn.
It's like the world building, save the
Dreamcast.
Earth.
Say it again.
Without-
Say the name again.
Oh, is that?
Echo.
ECO. Echo.
Echo?
Echo.
Oh, I was like Echo the Dolphin, dude. I used to
Echo?
play that on
That's,
Game
that's what I
Gear.
was thinking. Yeah. on
I
the
did play
Sega.
that with.
Man, actually, Ackroth fucking got the joke there. None
I
of the
was
rest of you
enjoying it with
fuckers
you.
didn't. God
Oh,
damn
it's
it.
on my wish list. Oh, it's
Did
in
it
early
come first?
access. Okay.
It would have went well. Everyone did that.
Wait,
It would've been perfect.
Eco.
Too late now. Too late now.
Eco.
It's
Too
Eco because like
late
economy.
now.
Eco.
It's not eco.
Or it's an ecosystem. Eco. 'cause
It's
you're
about
trying to-
making an ecosystem. So right
yeah,
now,
yeah, it's Eco.
Reforesting.
Yeah, I have that. I played it for like half a day, and then I was like, oh, this seems like something that's not very soloable. It seems like
it's
something
definitely
that's,
not.
Yeah, because like you're never gonna get enough shit done to stop that asteroid unless you're like some speedrunner that can just macro everything
have to-
perfectly.
You have to do your settings a certain way so that you can specialize in everything, but it's forcing you to work together.
Yeah.
But the goal is like you start out and you're all just like a bunch of cavemen, and then like you have to build an economy, and then within a government, you have to establish in a government, and then you have to build roads, and you have to do all this stuff, and you have to like try and save the world from a meteor that's falling while not destroying the world in the process. Because it's
Right.
very easy just to like destroy populations and destroy the environment to stop a meteor like
and
a
that won't
space
help,
laser.
yeah. Because like there's pollution that will then start
Yes, yeah.
degrading forests, which you need those forests. So it's like you have to find a balance between resource gathering and production and not destroying your resources.
Yep.
In Darwin,
Yeah,
you
played in the
cannot do
process,
that.
yeah.
You can't put
It's-
those. You can't have the
Yeah,
frigates.
it was sounded like a really cool game, but it's like I got it, and all my friends that had it, like by the time I got it, they're all like, "Ah, we're done with it." I'm like, "Well, fuck."
That happens to me a lot.
I
dude.
guess never mind. I won't play it then. But
It's one of those very seasonal games. Like our meteor is finishing in 2 weeks. This is on an official server, so once it does, then you just go to the you wait for a restart, right?
yeah, see you, Tambert.
Good night, buddy.
Later, Tamber.
Later, Timber.
But the
You did get muted for 6.2 seconds, Ackroth.
Okay, that makes sense.
But the
I
so
took
that
care of
there's all this the station stuff. Now this is there was a change that was mentioned previously, but Dodgette was talking about faction warfare and how we liked it. I did some of the faction warfare stuff on Sissy. Was a few weeks ago when it was in testing. Me and Ackroth and LB were messing around with it. I really liked the Warzone things that they added with it, but again, I'm not in a faction warfare group, so in Tranquility, I can't really do it. But the one thing that's coming out in 2023, first quarter, supposedly, so it's coming out soon-ish, is an allegiance thing to where you will no longer be required to have your corp or your alliance in a faction warfare group. You can be like in a nullsec alliance that's not faction warfare oriented, and then you can go to low sec and align yourself with one of the faction warfare groups and do faction warfare stuff without actually fully committing to it. And I was like, that's fucking cool. Because then you could go Weekend Warriors and Faction Warfare shit, and I would do that. So
And it doesn't hurt your corp for you being in
it's,
there.
it's all your own personal
Right,
standing.
it is.
stuff.
This change is going to be huge. It's going to
that
make
I
me do
think
faction
is-
warfare again. So I
Until
can't
that
wait for it.
change comes down the pipeline, we
Oh,
have
see
an
how
alt corp set up just for guys to go and do faction warfare. Otherwise, we'd be losing guys to faction warfare.
But yeah, so I am, and that's the thing is like, I think that is one of the biggest reasons. Now I know Faction Warfare wasn't great before, but I think that's actually probably one of the
I
biggest
used to
reasons
love
why you
it.
didn't really see many people doing Faction Warfare is because people are like, I want to be in this nullsec group. I don't want to quit that to go do this Faction Warfare thing. So this will allow people to do their normal gameplay and come in. And so I think you're going to have a massive influx. I mean, I don't think, I'm almost positive you're going to have this massive influx of Faction Warfare piloting going on. And so nullsec or lowsec will no longer be this dead, weird no
What are
man's
you
land
laughing
of
about,
space.
Manic?
Don't forget that a lot of us have fucked up stand-ins from like forever ago that we don't even realize because we don't interact with that aspect of the game
Yeah,
much.
pull your character up and
So
look at him.
You may want to fix it before that rollout happens.
Yeah, which is interesting too, because I think you're going to see a lot of like cross, not just in game. I mean, like, so you have your, let's say you got your nullsec or your highsec, you have your alliances there, you're in their discords and everything. But then when you do your faction warfare weekend warring, you might there might be some actual faction warfare alliances or corps out there that you might start doing stuff with to fly with people. And so now you're going to even though you're not in their corp, you might start doing this thing where now you have like these two different groups of people that you're flying with in Eve. And I don't know. I think that it could be pretty cool. Opens up a whole new realm for spying and subterfuge and stuff like that for people that like doing that too. So I think it's going to just make a whole new complexity of stuff for the game. So sounds cool.
So answer me a question. Somebody who knows about standings. Answer me this question.
There's a dude who's re-streaming our show.
Oh,
And talking shit about
This is so fucking weird.
What?
Are they adding commentary?
Yeah, kinda.
Hell
He's
yeah.
complaining that we haven't asked him to be on the show.
Who is
Who
he?
is it?
Who is it?
I've linked him in chat. This is so fucking weird.
Eve news?
No fucking
Most
wonder we
trusted
haven't asked
news
him to
is-
be on the show.
Yeah, like, I mean, dude, if you're gonna complain that we haven't asked you to be on the show, then you're not
Oh,
gonna come on
oh
the show.
God,
So
guys,
you,
you know who
you
that
just
is?
blew
You
your
know-
shot.
That's
you
a
know-
really
Manic,
easy
just open
DMCA
my
eyes.
takedown, by
Manic,
the way.
Do you not
Yeah,
realize who that
I
is?
don't even care.
Oh
I'm
my
not
No, who
even-
is it? Who is it?
I
Who
don't
is it?
even-
That's Evan McLean. Don't take him seriously.
I feel like
Okay.
Manic's
Oh,
been on it
okay.
now.
We can't have him on the
I feel like
show
Manic is
because
trolling
he's
us, so he's
always
on it.
banned from Twitch. You can't do that.
I was like,
All right,
maybe
I
that's
was
why. I was
bouncing around to
like,
eat-
I
I
was
was-
like, if we haven't part you on the show, then you
real
need to
quick,
ask.
since I know you're listening, how's it going, Evan? I still remember that time when I killed your carrier in YMP with my Titan. That was fun.
Oh, man.
Thank you for that kill, Mark.
Can we
I was-
play
I was-
some?
I was
can we-
bouncing around to Eve streams and I just saw us on this guy's stream and I'm like, what the hell's going on here?
That's fantastic.
I
love
love it.
this. I love this
I love
guy,
it.
man.
Like,
Come on.
dude.
This guy's great. Eve News? Fuck
Okay,
yeah. Everybody go to
alright,
Eve News
alright.
and watch
Is
that
it-
when we're
is this
done.
like some quantum mechanics, like superposition, where we're like in two places
I
at once?
feel weird. Yeah, it's kind of
Dude,
making me
dude,
feel
so, like,
weird.
if I take this shot right now, I'm taking two
Right?
shots.
You're
You
taking
shot-
2 shots. Let's
Look
do
like
it.
you're
Let's do it.
taking out a tea
Let's take 2
cup or
shots,
whatever.
Drake.
Well, yeah, it's the it's from the cruise. You remember the
Oh yeah, I still have that. The
yeah,
little
it's
yeah.
it's the little Steins from the
Stein.
the Eve Berlin one.
She doesn't. Sadly, she doesn't remember that. Did you drink too much, Rain?
No,
We
she
all
said she has
drank too
one.
much on that cruise.
But yeah, I was like, if I take that one shot, it's like I did 2 shots, but I only did 1. That's got to
Oh,
be some
yeah.
quantum something.
Some
Quantum
quantum
drinking.
fucking drinking. Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I'm waiting for my Nobel Prize.
How is he banned from Twitch if he's on Twitch? That doesn't make any sense.
He
No,
just
he's
makes
banned
new
from a lot
accounts.
of.
No, he makes new accounts every time.
Ah, okay.
I always want to raid and host him, but like Twitch keeps banning him, and you can't really support other streamers while they're banned. It's super shitty.
But yeah, so
Wow,
that's
that was
the.
really straight there, Rain.
Sorry, that was a weird tangent.
That was weird. Yeah, like
No, that
Is that why
amuses
you
me,
were
though.
laughing at us?
Yeah, I was just
He's gonna-
listening to this guy.
He's gonna
I
have
was
better
like,
viewership.
I wonder if that sounded weird with
And
the
now I
echo.
forgot what we were
Discord.
talking
Oh,
about.
okay,
What
okay.
the fuck?
I was like that. You had to have some weird echo if you muted Discord. So Daja was talking about the faction warfare stuff.
No, I
And
got a
of
question
all the
about
new-
standing.
Oh,
Hold on.
Yeah.
What's
So
your question?
my standing for the Caldari state is positive 6.84. My standing for state protectorate, Caldari state protectorate, is -5. How's that fucking possible?
There's different entities within each empire, essentially.
But if I do one thing for the Caldari thing, you'd think that it would affect both. It says
No.
member of Caldari
So-
state.
so-
My
so, like,
Caldari
say-
states is 6.5, but or 6.8, and I'm -5.6 in this one. I don't get it. I think I'm getting screwed over here.
So, like, say you're out doing missions and trying to get your standings to go up.
I don't do missions.
When you do mission, well, this is I'm trying to give you an example though. So when you do missions, they are for the particular corporation within that empire, and as you finish those, you get increased standings with them. And then every so many, it's either 10 or 12, I forget exactly how many missions, you get offered an extra bonus mission, which if you do that one, it will increase your empire standing with that particular faction.
Storyline mission.
I don't get it.
Well, all I'm
Um,
saying is I haven't shot any of these friggin' faction things since like 2006, and I've been just living in Null ever since then. And I feel like I'm gonna be punished when I go try to do faction warfare, and everybody hates me.
No, 'cause, I mean, the thing is, like, when you're in Null,
I gotta fix my shit.
generally all the rats you're shooting in NullSec are going to give you positive standings with all the Empire stuff. And if you're out in Null all the time, and you're
We
not,
tried, remember? All
Yeah,
of us
I don't
had
know-
like 3
Just
different
go
factions we
do the
couldn't
S-
join
Go do the SOE
because of our mistakes when we were kids.
Do the
this. So
sisters.
do the SOE Epic Arc. I've been doing it for years now.
That
Every
sounds like
3
a whole
months,
bunch
like
of crab
clockwork.
shit.
It's really easy to do.
so
I did it
easy.
on Alpha
Yeah.
Null.
Do it in a Jackdaw, honestly. Like you can do it in a Jackdaw really quick and easy, and it's super painless. And like I do it while I'm watching something on Netflix or hanging out on comms. But you can do it every 3 months, and it's the only way in the game to increase faction empire standings with one without them going down with someone
Yeah.
else.
Now, I mean, my standings were fine with Caldari and Amar. I just didn't have good standings with Galantir or Minotaur. But that's
think
because
Galantir was
when
the
I
only
was
one I could
new,
join.
when I was a new player, I just started off doing a bunch of Caldari missions, which had you do stuff against Galente. So I think that's where I lost my standing there. And then I went over down to Amar space and started doing missions for Amar, which gives you negative standings with Minotaur. And then I went out to NullSec, and I haven't done anything in High Six since, so my standings just kind of
That's what I'm
stayed the
saying.
same there. So I don't know. Just
There should be standings decay because I'm being punished for things that I didn't know about.
can't you buy the
15 years
tokens, or are those still a thing where you just buy like the
That's for
tokens?
sex status.
Oh, that's right. God damn, I think we talked about that before.
And that's, yeah.
That's
'cause it
security
crossed my
status.
mind
That's
too.
different. Yeah,
So why don't we have tags for fixing corporate status? Come on. Or faction
because
status.
people would.
That's the thing. It's an ISK sync.
I don't
Like,
know.
what's
yeah,
wrong with that?
I
It would just be an ISK
I'd be
sync
cool with
or
that.
some mechanic that you could do, just like how you find those.
It's like paying a
those bounty
fine. It's
tags.
like paying your fine in Skyrim. Like, stop! You've broken the law. You killed an entire city's worth of city guards. It's like, here's like some gold. They're like,
But
welcome
that's
to
all?
Rifted. You know, like.
There's no way in the future full of corporations, and we're all in player corporations. The game's built around corporations that people aren't going to take my money if I offer enough to fix some stupid shit.
Yeah, I don't know. It's I wish, yeah, because if they're gonna make the allegiance thing where you can just everyone can go and do faction warfare, they're gonna have like a lot of people are gonna have negative standings all over the place.
Well, I'm going to bring this back to something personal again.
and
Right?
yeah,
So you talk about this all this bullshit. I'm telling you, negatives 5.23 state protectorate. But I am a strike commander, is a senior commissioned officer, commissioned rank in the state protectorate. It ranks above wing commander and is immediately brigadier general. What the fuck? How could they hate me? Oh, I'm a bad general.
oh, that's
I'm a
fine.
bad general.
Also,
How'd you do better, Dom?
Darwin's right. The tags, the security status tags aren't in ISK sync.
That's
because
not what
the-
I was
the-
saying. I'm saying this could be an ISK.
Yeah,
sync.
this
Like,
could
what's-
be if they
what's
set
the
up for
bad
like
side
if you
of
could
this?
if you could just pay fines to the NPC state
And not to grow your standings, just to fix your
just
standings.
to get it to 0.
That's just a quality of
like
life
the-
thing.
the-
You
yeah, just make it
still would
like
need to
the-
run
the-
missions to gain and all that shit, but just to fix them because I don't know what the fuck I was doing 15 years ago, but now I want to fuck around and
Just make it a scaling
without
payment
running a bunch of
on-
missions or something.
on the negatives, and you can't buy into the positive, but you can buy up to 0 standing, and if you have 0 standing, then you can join the faction war.
You can't buy into the positive? That seems like a rip off.
I
Or
don't
here's
think
another
you should be able to
thought.
buy positive standing. I mean, I guess
If I
it
go to
makes
my
sense 'cause,
local
like,
sheriff, if I
You
go to
should
my
not
local
buy-
sheriff
no,
and I give
you
him
should not
100
buy positive
grand,
standing.
No,
You
I
If I
don't-
get my
you
local
can
sheriff
buy
100
your
grand,
way-
he's gonna like
You can
me.
buy your way to a neutral standing,
neutral
but
and
then you
then
have,
work your
you
way
have
up.
to
What if you
work your
find?
way
What if
up.
you find a crooked politician? You pay him off. He likes it.
I was gonna say
Like
it would be
paying your
There's no
realistic if you
Those
there's
are
no
called other
crooked
Eve
politicians
players.
in Eve.
No, those
Just,
are other Eve players, not NPCs.
It would
Yeah.
be like
Okay,
paying your fines.
Once
You pay your
again,
tickets and your
I can name
agrees.
about 50 Eve politicians,
Yeah, there's no
and
corruption.
most of them are crooked.
There's
Why
no
can't I pay him and
corruption
get
in
fucking
Eve.
good? Why
There's no
can't I get
corruption
by
in the Eve story arc.
Bullshit, I'm corrupt.
And this is exactly why we should just, be able to elect Eve players.
Hey, Dirk,
the role
Dirk McGurk,
of
baby.
CEOs
Did
of
you-
the reason-
C-Corps.
The reason you don't want to buy positive standing is because then it's very easy to start a brand new account, buy
Yeah, you
positive
game the
standings,
system.
and then exploit the shit to run level 4 missions or level 5 missions.
Yeah, that would be broken.
Oh,
But to
no.
mix your standings, that's quality of
Yeah,
life.
I mean, like it would make sense bribing politicians, but I don't know. Like, did you see the bowl cut on the Galente? Lady?
Holy shit, right?
that is a
The
That is-
the
that is
Spaceball
a-
helmet.
yeah,
It
the
was a
Spaceball helmet. Yeah,
helmet.
that is a I will never accept a bribe in my life haircut.
Democracy.
Yes.
That's Malketh. He's
God, I
a
love
he's a
people that
special
say-
little girl, Dirk. Leave him
What?
alone. Don't be mean to him.
Don't mess with my.
What are you talking
Supremes.
about, Dom?
Are you reading chat?
Good hell,
Dirk asked who the blonde in the middle was. I said that's. Oh, he said girl too. So it wasn't me that said it. Yeah.
Why am I doing a shot? What am I doing?
Let's do a shot.
I just did one. Why did I do
Let's
that?
do another one. Another one. Another one. Come on. Boom. Boom. Boom.
I'll
Boom.
take a
Boom.
sip
Boom.
off
Boom.
my apple juice. Fuck.
Apple juice.
Why do I call it that? Was that
Like
That's
a
Malketh. You
It's
fuck.
from
Yeah.
something, but I don't
Dirk,
know
you
what.
know who Malketh is.
He's
Apple
being a
juice.
smart ass.
Yeah, we've been drunk together. I don't know how many
yeah,
times
like
in Vegas. What
4
the fuck,
years in a
Dirk?
row?
Oh wait, he's been drunk the whole time. That's how
Yeah,
we
I
got
was like, we got
It does
Stroganoff
numb
together
your memory.
at that one place.
You guys stroked it off together?
We went.
You guys
we
were
went and got-
stroking
got
off
drunk.
together?
No,
Y'all
we,
are
we went and got
boys.
Stroganoff. It was a bonding
and
experience.
stroke.
Drayden and Ackroth, I
You were
we
bonding
did that.
by
We stroked
stroking
off
off.
together.
Dude, that was some delicious ass
Little bit.
Stroganoff. It was so good.
Oh my
You
God,
drank
I
each
want
other
stroganoff
stroking
now.
off.
Yeah, like it was just.
I
I
didn't
did
know
it.
you guys were into that.
I got one. Malketh got one. We both shared. No,
Drinks were had.
You shared your stroke.
Things happened. It's fine. It's fine. This is a safe space.
So Darwin,
I
Darwin,
this,
thanks
is,
for
you
the
guys coming out and
gifted
sharing
subs.
this is an indication that he wants to subject people
There
to
is
this more
there is
regularly.
nothing safe about this space. It's easy.
We're drinking each other's
Wow.
stroganoff right now, and Darwin's like, I want to make sure people tune in next week to see how this turns out.
More Stroganoff.
Yeah.
How's you can't lose that with Stroganoff, can you?
Stroganoff is so good.
It's so
It
good.
is so good. You know what? There's a new study out that says the males should have Stroganoff at
Nah,
least
it's the
21
second
times a
half,
month.
Tajat.
21 times a
It's
month.
the second
You
half,
heard it too,
Tajat.
right? Yeah, yeah.
And
I'm here.
I brought this up with some friends of mine, and one of them had the idea, like, what if we just get it all out of the way in one day?
Oh,
Just have 21 nuts in one day, and then you've
21
met your
stroganoff.
quota for the month.
maybe when I was 21, I could have done that. Now that
I
I'm
don't think I could.
50, I'm 51. We're gonna go ahead and say that's probably impossible.
I'm
Well,
not well
let's
enough
Just go in
hydrated.
December.
Let's play it safe and just let's go for 10.
In the first week, let's get it done. First
in the
week.
first
Yeah, you
in the
gotta work
first
your
week.
way up.
In the
Then
first
you
Yeah,
don't,
yeah,
then
they-
you don't have to worry about it the rest of the month, right? You
we
don't have to worry
can
about it.
what's
What do you
21
do?
divided by 7? 3?
3.
What do you do?
3.
Nah,
So
There's
you-
Three
3 meals a day.
Hell
Let's
yeah,
go.
3 meals a
Darwin.
day.
Yeah, right, baby.
Morning,
3
noon,
hots
and
in a cup.
night. Oh, I can do that. Easy.
Yeah, I do that. I do that.
You do
You
that.
guys have really,
Wake up to a jerk?
Deep-seated issues.
Yeah, noon jerk, and then the wife at the other night.
We're just
Oh,
really
hey, what's up,
horny,
everyone?
Redline.
Hey,
Leave us alone.
Redline, get your FanFest flight ticket yet?
I'm not gonna go to fucking FanFest. What?
Come
Are you gonna
on,
go to,
that's such a
are you
good
going to New
deal,
Orleans?
Are you gonna go to New
As a
Orleans?
representative of the Eve community, you owe it to
Better
us
show up to something.
show up to the 20th anniversary of Eve Online.
I do not.
I booked my
God,
tickets
David.
tonight, Redline, and Iceland Air out of Detroit is $650.
Which
That's
is insanity.
awesome.
Redline, how
And
are we
that's-
going to
and
make
that's
out if
not-
you don't go to
not
Eve
shop.
Vegas or FanFest?
You'll make out with Redline,
I'm
but you won't
sorry?
make out with Drayden?
What,
You would
what
make
was
it
that?
right.
Listen,
No, no, no.
we've been over
We've
this.
set, we've
That's
set
right.
parameters for this.
We've been over this.
If my life was in
Was there a
danger and
question?
Manic
If-
making out with
if-
me would save
if
my
there
life,
is
he
a-
would do it.
Yeah.
And
That's
I would
not even, like,
save
good
If his
for
him.
life depended on it, I would do it. If his
Yeah.
life or his
like
If he's looking real good one particular night, I would do it.
We just
I mean,
we just
come
need
on.
like we just need like
What
a,
if
a
he's
good,
cute as hell? What if he's got his hair just perfect, wearing a
No,
sharp
I explained
outfit?
this.
I'm
I
just,
explained this. If we're out at a bar and there's some really unappealing woman getting up on Drayden, I will pretend to be his gay boyfriend and make out with him just to get her off his back.
Deep tongue,
Tongue fuck the shit out of
deep
I
tongue,
will
right?
tongue,
Just
I will
tongue the
tongue punch
fuck
his fart
tongue.
box.
I was
There you go.
Tongue punch
That's all
the
I
fart
want.
box.
That's all I want. That's all I want, Manic.
Right
You'll-
in the bar.
There you go. Right in the fucking
like,
stink
yeah,
star.
just like right in the
right?
bar, like I just
right
like,
in the stink star.
I
You
just turn
bend
around,
him
bend
over
over,
and
like,
take care of
don't
business.
call it a
Just yanks
stink
down your
star.
pants.
Just-
and everybody's like, "What the?"
just
fuck?
drop trow Mannix like that, and I'm just like, this is what we do.
Like groceries.
I'm glad we're not trying to get a partner because we would never get it.
No, we wouldn't.
I would tongue punch his.
And,
What'd you
and
call it?
CCP
His-
just
his dark bar? What'd you
What'd
call
you
Adam-
been said on
I was
stream.
thinking
Adam
more.
and Eve
Like, I was
said
thinking
that.
more.
CCP's just like, we don't recommend watching this, but if you're thirsty, it's your go-to
If you're
show.
thirsty, this is your go-to
this is
show.
the thirstiest. Eve
Yeah,
talk
when
show
do we
ever.
get a mention in the community beat as the thirstiest Eve talk
Yeah.
show? I think we. I think
Hula
we've
Space
earned that
Nerds was mentioned
recognition.
on 07
I think-
show, so we should get mentioned. I mean, fuck.
We should appeal to our court-appointed CCP dev to
Yeah.
lobby on.
It's like you
Yeah.
remember, like
Come on,
there's-
Darwin.
Aren't there some games out there that like every so often they'll be like, "Hey, remember to stand up and stretch and hydrate." Eve could be like, "Remember to stand up and stretch and hydrate with this link," and it's just a link to our like VOD page. And
Oh, we got a
somebody-
science. We got a
question.
science question.
oh
Hold
no,
on.
I don't
There
have
we
the
go.
lab coat. Wait, hold on.
Uh,
I gotta get lab coat.
You go get your lab coat. I'll do my thing.
Oh,
Isn't it-
Seema, this is a brilliant question.
I like this question.
Yes.
Dre Dan, the science man.
Dre Dan, the science man. Dre Dan, the science man.
Welcome back.
All right, what's the question?
Welcome back, Dr.
Read
Dre.
the question. The question
The
is
question
on a scale
is, on a
of-
scale
there you
of
go, you
1
do
to 10, how ugly does a member of the opposite sex need to be to engage Manic's wingman mode?
Oh man,
That's a good question.
that's not even a science question. That's like a
So
Not really
who-
a science question. It's more
Who,
like
decides?
sociology.
Who
Question is
decides this
science,
question,
right?
though? Who decides
Man,
this?
this is
Does
entirely
Manic
so-
decide
No,
this?
dude,
Well,
Science.
I mean,
or
it's
does
okay.
Drayden
So
decide
I,
this?
I
I
was
feel
really
like
hoping Drayden would just go like improv and just start rattling it off like it was just the god awful, like the gospel. Or
So
whatever,
Dirk's
and
saying
be
a
like,
6.
Well, you know, on a
I mean, well, it's
Well,
not.
hell
It's
no.
not a. It's okay.
Six
So
isn't
Manic,
ugly
if-
though.
if-
Six
I,
is above
yeah, six isn't
average.
ugly. Six
I would
isn't
say-
ugly at all.
I'd say like
So-
a 1 because man,
Here's
if
what
I
I
got a
meant.
6
When
and
I-
you come
when
over
I
and like
said
cock
that-
block me, I'm gonna be mad.
No. See, so, okay, so I want
That's
to
why
clarify.
I asked who decides.
I want to clarify. When I laid out this scenario of some unappealing woman getting up in Drayden's grill, what I'm really getting at is I'm gauging Drayden's uncomfortableness with the
Read the room.
situation. It doesn't matter how attractive she is. If
To you.
Drayden
To
if
you.
Drayden is
Right, yeah.
uncomfortable, then I will step in to be his gay
Yeah,
boyfriend.
yeah,
that's
that-
a good point, Dom.
But you have to quantify this. That is an essential
no
part of the.
So wait,
thesis.
how uncomfortable does Drayden
so-
need to look?
so
like,
I-
are there
I-
certain
So
cues?
I
it's
submit-
Yes,
like
Sonar.
I'm looking
submit
at body
that it-
language. If he's got like his hands in his pockets, if he doesn't want to make eye contact with her, if he's looking at me like and he's with like the raised eyebrows, like help, like if he's giving me the signal, then yeah, then I'll step in.
Yeah, I mean,
Is it
Are you
is
saying
it a
Skyhawk?
she? You have to know that question.
I
Here's
submit
here's the problem with that question.
Hold on, Dom. I want to hear what Skyhawk had to say.
it's simple. I submit that the answer is pi.
No.
Wow.
Hi,
Here-
3.14159.
here's the problem with that
1,
question. The
6,
scale's
9,
not
nice.
1 to 10. The scale's not 1 to 10.
The scale is subjective.
The
That's
scale
problem
is
with the question.
0 or 1. The scale is always 0 or 1.
That's right.
Either you will or
Ah,
you will not.
binary,
Yeah.
a Boolean scale.
Will you do
A
it or
Boolean
will you not
scale.
do it?
Smash or
It's
pass?
easy to do. Yeah, yes I will.
Smash
Yeah,
or
I will.
pass.
pass. Smash or pass.
So-
That's a good answer. I actually like that. Yeah.
No, it is. I mean, I want to gauge
You're not
your
wrong.
comfort level, Drayden. That's what this is about, really.
Yeah, like honestly, like it would be one of those things where, like I said, I think Dirk. I don't know if he was joking, but it did happen once. There was the issue with the hot tub on the cruise. There, I was getting swarmed by 3 ladies that I was not into, and they were not going away, and they were being very, very like not. They were not being subtle. And I was just like, oh, and I saw Rancor. I'm like, hey, honey. And she's like, hi. And she comes and sits right down next to me. And they're like, oh. And then like within 5 minutes, all 3 of those ladies were gone. I'm like, thanks. Thank you.
Damn. You had some birds trying to shack up on your cruise.
And Sonar brought up a good point too.
I mean, they were
When
all like in their
when
50s.
alcohol is
They were in their
involved,
50s. I was like,
What's
no.
wrong with 50?
that's a sliding scale.
I was
Yeah,
like,
fuck you, Drayden. I'm
You're
in my
getting up there,
50s.
Drayden.
they were like late 50s, and I was like 30.
Drayden, if they were super hot, like your type of girl, your
It wouldn't
prime
matter how old
age,
they
etc.,
Were.
would you have considered it, or was it just the fact that there were strangers trying to hit on you and you did not like that?
No, it was. I wasn't attracted to any of them, and that's fine. That doesn't mean I didn't
So if
want
they were,
to.
so this is like the what is it? Is he a creeper or like a love story? Is how hot he is or whatever?
It
Like
depends
the
on
Hall-
how hot the guy is, whether or not
is
it's
that what it is?
harassment or
It was
not.
like regardless
Yeah.
of hotness, it was like I wasn't into them, which that doesn't mean I didn't want to talk to them, but they didn't want to just have normal discussions. They were constantly focusing on like talking about like they were like starting to like like basically putting themselves in sexual
What's your
situations
favorite
with
position?
me vocally, and then like kept moving closer and closer. I'm like, I'm not comfortable here. Like,
Okay, so it
What's
was
your
more their
body
action
count?
than
yeah,
anything
it was
else.
basically like the direction of the conversation, and despite my attempts to shift it to other things, they just kept bringing it back around to basically getting me in bed, and I'm like, it's not happening.
Sure would be
You want to
awful
be
get raw
wined and
dogged on
dined
this trip.
first.
I mean, they hadn't paid
You're
you
not.
yet.
You're
so,
not
I mean,
just
fuck.
some piece of meat, Drayden, right? You want to be
Right.
respected.
You want your
I mean,
hand
just gotta
held
get
and your
that money.
forehead kissed.
Yeah.
a small piece of meat.
I don't know.
but,
Sometimes
you know,
I'm
hey,
fine with being a piece of meat.
It's like
sometimes
the
I'm
6 ounce
totally okay with
sirloin,
being
you
a
know,
piece of
instead of the, you know, it's
I'd
not
love to
the
be
it's
a
not the
piece of meat.
pounder, but you know, hey, meat's meat.
Oh, LB's not here tonight.
That's why.
That's right.
Me.
Yeah, we're
Well,
going
yeah,
out
Yeah,
there.
just noted.
We haven't even got to the fucking what's that called? The
Community beat.
community beat yet.
That's right.
Speaking of
shit.
beat,
What?
Did we have
speaking
a
of beat the meat,
Speaking of beat, we got 21
That was a-
times.
that was a weird
I better get
size.
busy. We better do that after the show's over. Everybody knock one out. See, get the month
after
started right.
Just starting out.
After the show tonight, I think we were gonna do a movie night, right?
Oh, we can knock several out during the
I'm
movie
not gonna
night.
step.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. So
Such a
community
weird
beat.
collection of miscreants.
So
And you're a great addition.
apparently the last thing
don't
we
talk
did,
about us like we're not here,
There's like a
Redline.
ghost sitting on my couch. I don't like that.
It's all of us together. We are all the miscreants. We've all been them all along.
We are the
yeah.
weirdos, Mister. You remember that line
Yeah,
from The
yeah.
Craft? You guys remember The Craft?
we
It's
haven't.
a
We
good
did talk
movie.
about
movie.
Vegas a little bit. I did.
We
remember
are the
Craft.
weirdos, Mister.
I like that show.
Yeah.
That was a good movie.
Oh
I'm
man,
So
I,
sorry
thought-
that
I
missed
forgot.
you
So
at the
so
beginning of the
last
show.
week.
I was watching The Wandering Earth on Netflix.
That
I
sounds awful.
was wanting to watch that and then I got bored.
It
So,
sounds awful.
Yeah,
so
Darwin,
I
they-
wanted to share with you guys. This happened
Snap.
toward the end of the stream last year, and I didn't say anything at the time, but
Last
thought
week.
it was funny. Or last week. So I want to make sure I shared it with you guys. So since I was in Iowa for the holiday, did the show from my mom's kitchen, and she came into the kitchen at one point because she wanted some of the liquor that I was drinking, and she
Hardly know.
absolutely refused to come on camera, but she looked over and she's like, "Oh, they don't look like as much nerds as I expected." Because when I told her what I was going to be doing in the kitchen, she was just like, "I don't understand this, but okay."
We are kind of cool nerds, though.
So yeah,
I mean,
I just
to be
wanted
fair,
share
We are
that.
pretty cool.
I'm not, but you guys are.
We're the cool
Shut up,
nerds.
Dom.
I'm
You're
an old
cool as
creepy
fuck.
dude. I'm a
Dom,
creepy
you
dude.
you are literally the coolest person I know.
I'm not that cold.
Yeah, you're in the top
She's
middle.
a-
You're in
she's
the
the kind
number
of
2
person, though, that
position.
doesn't
That's
I'm in the top 500 coolest people he knows. He knows 480 people, but yeah, there you go.
Stop.
Whoa.
I feel honored your mom doesn't think we're nerds.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Even
just
if
let
she
you know,
did, though.
my wife does. She thinks
Even if
you're
she
all
did,
nerds.
like it's
Yeah,
cool.
it's-
We are.
it's-
I mean, we are nerds.
No, I tell her.
I don't think
We're in the-
anybody would
Yeah,
deny
we're in the
this.
day and age where getting the moniker
We just
nerd
don't
is
look
not an insult.
nerdy.
Nerd
We
is
don't
not.
look
Not at
nerdy.
all.
Yeah,
It's
nerd
not
is
at all.
not
And
the
so, and
insult
like
that it
anyone that
used to be.
tries to use it as an insult these days, it's like it's actually just kind of funny because like, man, what age, what year
Well,
are
and,
you
like,
in
my-
that nerd is like
she's-
offensive?
She's the kind of person that like grew up on a farm, in Iowa, is still like, she's very active and goes outside and touches
I grew up in
grass and,
Iowa.
like,
what are you talking about?
does stuff like
That's
that all the
weird.
time.
I
Well,
touch
It translates to she thought we
Doesn't
looked
everybody in Iowa just grow up on a farm? Isn't that just
lot of
some
them.
Swear to
life
God.
like
grass. Or
that?
we touch grass.
Tip cows.
That's
I've done
corn.
that
I
before.
mean, you
so-
have cow. You have. I was
You
saying-
cow tipping?
I was
Fucking
gonna say
nerds,
cows.
right,
You
yeah.
have cows and like corn
Anytime
cows.
in high school, someone new from out of state moved in and like came to our class. Those jokes were made literally every time without
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Why
it's-
why is Iowa so
Midwest-
windy? Because Nebraska
The Midwest
blows.
is
I mean, yeah.
notoriously the butt of many jokes
Sure.
Yeah.
You know why though? Do you know why?
Landlocked as fuck.
because
We're-
it's
we're so
weird. It's a
fucking cool.
weird. It's
We're
a
so
weird
fucking cool.
limbo no man's
Although
land.
I don't
of
know. I
America.
feel like the butt of
flyover country.
but it's also
Don't talk
but it's
about the
also like
Midwest
the
like that. It's
farming
the
hub.
best
Like
place.
the rest of the country relies so much on the Midwest, but at
Kansas
the
is
same
wheat,
time we give it so much
Iowa's
shit.
corn. Although Nebraska's corn too. Like, what do you guys
Well,
like?
guys-
What's the rival? with you guys in
Iowa,
Iowa
Nebraska,
corn,
Wisconsin,
Midwest
Illinois,
for
South
wholesome
Dakota, all
myths.
corn.
Yeah.
Iowa corn gets used for two things primarily: making
Ethanol.
ethanol,
Yeah.
which like a lot of the vodkas
And
in the
feed,
United
right?
States
Like ethanol
come
and feed?
from ethanol made from Iowa corn.
Oh
And
yeah.
then the second thing is feeds most of the dairy producers in Wisconsin.
And
So-
then
A lot of
we
people-
also make seed to
So we
plant
get
more corn.
cheese.
So is
Also that.
Nebraska
Beautiful
corn like when everyone
cheese.
gets corn on the
Well,
cobs?
you know,
No,
in addition
that's
to
it in all
farming.
the states too.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, there's corn up here, but it's there's some corn farms up here, but they're not that many. Like, you see like once in a while. But
We have bicycle rides that involve lots of drinking. That's what Iowa's got.
yeah.
That was
But,
one of the
like,
things
I was
that
like
was weird
the
to me about when I moved out of Iowa, though, was seeing like all these other places where I'm like, oh, but like space in between cities, you're not using it to like grow
To
shit.
grow shit,
Like,
yeah.
there's just literally nothing out here. Okay, this is weird.
yeah the although the when Manic was saying like Iowa's like the butt of many jokes, maybe, but I think the one that holds the crown for that has got to be Florida.
Yes.
I think
Florida man? Yeah, yeah.
Florida man, like just Florida is
A shit show.
the butt.
It's a
of-
shit show. It's a shit show.
Florida's something
That's exactly
else.
right. It's a shit show.
Something
Fuck
else.
It's
That's
the
a nicer
circus
way to
Fuck
say it.
of
Florida.
America.
Fuck
what
Florida.
it
My
said.
mom moved down there. She's dumb.
Thought
Oh,
your mom like that.
She's a dumb. She's dumb. You know what I call her? Hey, mom.
He
Hey,
said what
dum
he
dum.
said.
You kiss
Hey,
your mother
dum-dum.
with that mouth.
Hey, dum dum.
Because I do.
She's a dumb. Yeah.
She's
Yeah,
a dumb.
She's a dumb. I'm telling
Yeah.
you.
Didn't
She sold her beautiful home here in Iowa, moved down to Florida like an idiot, and then she had to go run away from a fucking hurricane
I'm
already.
gonna tell her you said that.
I'll tell her I said that. She knows how I feel about
you
Florida.
just turned a word into a noun?
You've never had a dumb? Sometimes you just have a dumb, right?
You never
I've
met a
I've had a dum dum.
I've had a dum dum. Matter of fact, tomorrow
Bank
there's
gives
two
Now
of
that
us.
hold
are-
on. Wait a minute.
Oh, sorry.
I can't. Okay. I'm trying to think of who the dumb is in my family, and I can't think of who it is. So that,
means
must
it's
mean
you.
it's me.
Yeah.
It's you. Yeah, you're
Oh,
the dumb.
fuck!
Oh,
I'm the
Merrick's
dumb.
a dumb.
I'm the dumb. God damn it!
I don't
I always
know.
worried about this.
I don't know
You-
who I'd say if I failed either.
Drayden, you know what? We'll help you. We'll help you.
I
It's
need
you.
help. I need help. Who is it?
It's you.
Ah,
Do you know why I know that?
If
'Cause
if you
it's
if
me
you don't
too.
know who
It's
the
me
dumb
too.
is,
oh,
then
no,
it's
it's
you.
gotta be you. Damn.
My baby brother.
My baby brother
Mario,
is the smart.
exactly.
My
so
baby
smart.
brother's the
Picture of
fucking
that.
genius of the family. God, I
sister
got all
is
the
too,
looks.
yeah.
He got the brains.
Oh, I didn't even get that. She got the looks and the fucking brains. It sucks.
Oh,
I'm gonna yell at her tomorrow now for that. Fuck her.
now this is like something that people can watch. I'm not going to break down this video because it's basically just a breakdown of Eve stuff. I just want to link it out there. That's all to do. But this is something that like Freelancer put in the Eve channel this week, and I watched this video the other day. It's actually really fucking good. It's basically a why Eve isn't dying type of video, but
I don't think it's dying. I like the game. It like I said, first time in Pochfin. There's shit. I've experienced something new, and I'm telling you what, it's a lot more involved than I thought it'd be. There's a lot to do in this game. I've been playing it since 2010, and I guarantee I probably haven't scratched the surface of all the shit you can do in this fucking game.
Yeah, no, it's. I was just saying like that. Like click on it, watch it now if you want. Watch it, like queue it up for later or save it or something. That was a really good video. It had some really good information on new stuff and just why people might think he was dying, and they bring it up like infographics of like player
Yeah.
retention over the years, and he kind of goes into a breakdown of through like from the early Eve to mid Eve to like now Eve of why you see these his interpretation of why you see these increases, why you see the decreases, and why you might start seeing a potential increase now with various stuff that's going on, and why Eve is not dead, why it will never be the World of Warcraft of MMOs, but so you're not gonna have like millions of people online, but it's I don't know, it's I a lot of times when you have players stuff like this, it's like and you'll watch it, it's like that's fine. Like, this was really really good. I liked this video.
So okay, you brought up a good point. Not dying. There's plenty of stuff out there to do, right? Now I fucking lost my brain. What the fuck? I'm the dumb. What was I saying?
So no, Eve. I get the meme that Eve is dying. Eve has been dying since 2003. That's the joke that we all like to make. Eve is just changing. It's always been changing. So I think when people talk about Eve dying, quote unquote, I think deep down what they really mean is that the Eve I fell in love with is no longer what Eve is now.
Yes,
And
you
the
were
things that
right.
Games
No,
change,
dude,
and you
Eve-
either change
Eve
with
was
it and
actually
keep liking it,
dying.
or you're like, this isn't my game
No,
anymore, and you
gang,
leave, and someone else comes in. They're like,
It
well,
was
this is
for
what
real dying. It had like 10,000 players in
Sasha
US
is
prime
coming.
time.
It's and yeah,
Right.
I
Well,
mean
he
there's
goes-
there's
he goes
a
into
there's a
point when there's
case
not
to be
enough
made.
players to
There's
play
a-
the game, and that was what was
I'm with you,
happening.
Redline. There is certainly a case to be made that
Dumb.
Eve is probably at one of the lowest points that it's probably
Okay,
has
so
ever
do you
been
watch
in
the
terms of
numbers?
population and
Was
popularity.
Do
that
you
the
watch the
black one, or
numbers?
was that the? Because he
Yes,
goes
I
into
do.
some of those dips. He's like, "There's."
Have
here's-
you noticed though? They've they've gone down some, but they've also shifted time zones. There's I've
It's almost like one of the giant regions of groups of players that play Eve suddenly couldn't use the internet or something. I wonder
Right.
what that would
Uh, uh,
happen.
that's what I was getting to. Thanks a lot,
Context.
Rain.
No, he does touch on. He
Oh,
does.
you got to be
No,
more
I-
succinct.
I can't be. I'm a drunk.
No,
Leave
he
me
does
alone.
touch on the
I'm
Russian.
telling you, there's
does-
just different times. I noticed. I was like, wow, it's really more busy this time of day that it didn't used to be. Now it's.
No,
never
he
mind.
does.
Thanks, Rain. You blew it.
No, he does touch on that about Russia and just Eastern European, like Slavic countries. Over the war over there has caused disruptions. But he goes into like he's like, now there's definitely times where like the game didn't die, but there were definitely some really low points. And he goes into some of the stuff. He talks about the blackout. He talks about the scarcity and the fact of one of the more successful eras in Eve was when they were having these big releases, like once or twice a year. And then they started going to more just like procedural, like quick, like they did like the 6-week thing back for a time. Then they started doing like quarterly updates, but those didn't really feel like, it just felt like patches. It didn't really feel like this big new thing that would draw people back in, because that's kind of how the model that most successful MMOs have to run with is like these big new releases. Like you get this big new release, it brings in a surge of players, they play for a while, and then you have this taper off, and then hopefully you bring back another big release and you ride the sine wave. That's kind of how you have to do it. But they were trying to do like this constant, like just little thing. And like it just, people eventually got to a point where they're just like, like it didn't feel like the game was like, even though the game was changing, it was changing gradually and not in big chunks, and therefore people didn't notice big changes and they got bored faster. So you have all that stuff.
They needed hugs.
And so now they're getting like, with this Uprising one. This is like one of the first big massive, like since Citadel, I would say, like one of the first big, like, boom, we're making a massive change to an entire aspect of gameplay in this game. And so they're kind of getting back on that major release scale, and
So-
so it might cause an uptick in players. So who knows?
I know, honestly, I think that's actually a good move, because I really believe when they used to do the expansions every 6 months was much better than the quadrant thing. I know it's probably from a programming and a CCP side of things, the quadrants is easier. I'm sure it is. That makes sense. But really, from a game, that was the first the years I played for several of them was like the, what do you call them? The expansions every 6 months. I really enjoyed that. And with the quadrants, it just seems it diluted it so much because it's spread out. It didn't feel as important or as fun or as exciting. And I'm glad to see they're kind of moving back toward the other thing.
Well, so I think the quadrant though helped them be able to focus some of their time on dealing with a lot of their technical debt, because that's something that CCP has talked about in some of their dev blogs. Is there was a lot of underlying work on Tranquility that needed to be done to like really make it sustainable. And that takes time. And like, when you're dealing with needing to push out updates to the player base, keep them interested and whatnot, it's really easy to be like, oh well, we can deal with this problem later. Whereas they eventually needed to deal with their technical debt, and that's just a thing in programming in general.
No, and I get that, right? That makes sense. I understand that. It's just, I think from a player's point of view, the expansions were much better for the game. Not necessarily, like I said, I understand
Agreed.
it's easier for the other to do the other way for them. I get that, but I think the expansion style of releasing makes a big difference. I mean, look at some of the other games that do it that way. They get huge bursts of people play after each expansion. If you do it little bits at a time, you're never going to get that. And
You're not wrong.
if you get a burst of say 20% more people and 20% of them play for a month, and then 19% of all but 1% leave, you still get
And
a
it's-
positive. You still a positive gain, right?
What I'm
So
driving
it's-
at though
I
is
think
that
it's good to go back to that.
I think that CCP, the main point that I'm trying to make is I think that CCP felt that their technical debt had gotten to the point where they needed to deal with it and address it. And while that was going on, they weren't going to be able to spend as much time doing, new shiny things for players. So it was like, it's a, it was just the situation that I think they were in.
I hope that's the case because it does seem like that because they're going away from that now that I think they've got some of those underlying problems completed. They go back to the old style, which it seems to me that's the direction they're headed. Maybe not, but it does seem like they're moving more toward the let pull a bunch of big stuff come out of time. I think that's a smart move now that they got that underlying done.
From I don't know, a psychology standpoint, like the old when they were doing expansions, 2 expansions per year, it was much easier for them to build hype around those 2 expansions. These were like 2 big events in the game. Everybody had time to like build hype and look forward to. But when they're coming every 3 months, they're much smaller in scale and they're coming more regularly. It's hard to build hype around each one.
And at this point in Eve's lifetime, hype is something they need right now. So I think that
Agreed.
maybe
Yeah.
this might be a move that they need to do, and hope it looks like they are doing that. I gotta believe
mean,
that
this-
they're professionals. I think they're smart enough to realize this stuff. They didn't feel like
Yeah,
it
yeah, I
sometimes,
mean,
but I think
like,
they are. I mean,
he-
to be
we-
fair, we like
We give
picking
CCP
on them.
shit, but
We do, but they're good at
there's
what they
nobody
do,
working there
right?
that's dumb.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, maybe one.
No.
Janitor Merkelson, the janitor, he's kind of a dumbass. I don't like him. He was a dick.
Why do they have janitors when he could be coding like updates for us? What
Because
the
he's
fuck?
a dick. He's kind of dumb. I said we should get rid of that guy. Merkel.
Why isn't the
What's his name?
janitor
Merkelchin?
fixing
No,
Saul's
not Merkel
gameplay?
Chin. It's like Marvin Chin. Marvin Markenden? I don't remember.
Marvel
Marketing.
Chin?
Is it like
Marketing.
it's the-
I don't know his
it's
name.
the
I don't remember his
janitor
name.
brother?
He's a dick.
The
Just get rid of
janitor,
him.
the twin janitor.
Darwin, get rid of that the seventh janitor, the one that works on like Thursdays and Sundays. Get rid of him. He's a dick. Do you know how I know that? Do
You
you?
made it up.
I did. You did know. See, you're so smart.
We all knew, Dom.
You don't know. I'm the only one saying anything, motherfuckers. You guys got
I'm
to.
sorry. I'm fucking.
I
with
have to keep
LB.
making up stories because no one's
Shots.
talking.
Yeah, we'll do a
We
shot.
should, we should
shots.
talk about those graphs, dude.
I like graphs.
Look at
I
this
like
graph.
shit, man. Come on.
You were talking about
Eve,
know,
you did know,
maybe-
didn't you? You knew. Yeah, Eve knew.
You were Dom. You just asked everybody to
Yeah,
talk,
like,
man.
Redline's coming in with the proof.
I'm just.
I didn't
trying
say I
to-
wasn't going to talk over you.
Look at this graph.
Show me the
Alright,
graph. Show me the
fine.
graph. Link
I-
it.
I-
I wanna see it.
Tuesday mode
Oh, pull it up
activated.
on stream.
Okay,
Link
hold
the
on.
graph, come on.
So there's a few of them, and they're on Reddit. My bad, Rain. Sorry. But
Redline's
you
like,
can-
we
you
need
can
news, so
see-
therefore we can use Reddit.
No, it's actually good news. Like, look in the guest channel. It's the graphs for the player counts. Just because they're posted on Reddit doesn't mean they're invalid.
What do you know?
Everything I read on Reddit has always been wrong. Every time someone links something, it's wrong.
It's just, yeah.
What a
Reddit,
statement.
Reddit is shit.
That seems
Anyway.
awfully fucking sure of yourself. There.
Yeah, what a statement.
Every
Look at
time
this
someone links it,
graph.
I literally go and find, and then I find the thing that's wrong, and I said, I'm not reading anymore. This
Isn't that the
this is wrong.
Nickelback guy?
Yeah. So here's what Redline. Here's what
It's the
Redline
Nickelback
posted.
guy.
Do you trust
LB. It's LB. He's the lead singer of Nickelback. No wonder he can never make it down
Never
here.
make it.
He's always on tour.
It's a busy.
Oh
tour,
my
though.
God. I don't get it.
Okay, let's go to
What
the
is
top
happening?
graph. What's this top graph? This is apparently my graph.
Graph Telkin.
That's what I was thinking earlier when he was saying it.
I've met him.
Let's,
I love
let's
Graph.
blow it up.
Dude, who
Graph is
said
cool,
that?
dude.
Great graph. Is
Who said that?
You did, sir.
I did not say I loved Graph. I guarantee you that.
You said you love graphs.
I
but
do.
but
I
heard
like graphs.
So is this EVE
I like
Online
Graph.
daily average logged in players, rolling averages, courtesy
He's
of
playing
GTE.
bingo, Dirk.
Yeah,
Okay, this
so-
is Gesture Trek stuff.
So check out what you're looking at here. You're looking at the average logged in players. It's rolling average, whatever.
Yeah. January
But
had a
what
spike.
you're gonna see, fuck January. Dude, that's almost last year.
It's
What
this
you want to
year's.
look at? Who fucking cares? Dude, that's
Okay,
so
anyway.
long ago. We're talking about the spike recently. So I
Yeah.
want to address some things that you said. You guys were glossy-eyed about the game you don't play anymore, saying it wasn't.
I
really
played
bad,
tonight!
Only that.
I
the
got
Wii
a
likes
kill
the
mark
I'm playing right
tonight.
now.
Logged
As a
in right now.
matter of fact, I want you to see that the game did come very close to being deceased. As when it had those numbers, those very low numbers, there wasn't anybody in space doing anything.
I gotta ask you,
anyway.
Hasn't there been a
Redline,
war
Redline,
being
you
fought
might
for the
know
past
this.
6 months?
Redline, I was crabbing my ass off.
No,
'cause nobody's
I
coming
need to
stop
ask you a
me.
question.
Look.
Redline might know this answer to this.
What?
Is there a drop dead number where Eve is insolvable?
Zero.
I don't know.
Insolvent?
No.
You mean?
Is that what I said?
Look,
You said
as long as
insolvable.
there
Like,
is-
like
No, we
it
won't
can't
do
be
that.
solved.
Insolvent.
There is one
Is there a number? Is
person-
it 10,000 players?
as
Is it
long as there
5,000
is
players?
one person
No,
in
that's not true.
adventure
There has to be
mining,
enough
Eve will
money coming
never
in
die.
for them to make it. Does anybody know
no.
what that number is?
No. As long as there's 2 people.
Yeah,
Me
I
and
was
who
gonna
else?
say
If there's only ever 1 person logged in, then Eve is truly dead.
if I would say,
But
like, to be
realistically,
honest,
I would
That's
say
not
the
true. There's
number-
got to be a
Wait,
number of
let
other
him
things.
answer it. Let him
There's-
answer it.
There's a few thousand systems in EVE Online, and ideally, I'd like there to be people in one every 10 at least. And I don't know what that mathematics equation is, and I'm not gonna pretend like I'm smart enough to figure it out.
So basically,
But
you don't know the
can-
answer.
But I can tell you that if you took a filament somewhere in October, you were very likely to not run into anyone for quite a while. If you were trying to roam nullsec, if you're trying to do lowsec, it was rough, right?
Right.
And we can all attest to it.
well, and
Now-
so
How many fleets did you try doing during that time, Redline?
Not a single fucking one, dude.
Who made these charts? Do you know?
Jester Trek.
Gesture Trek, yeah,
I wonder why they chose 15,000 as the baseline, as the bottom line.
because
I know it didn't dip. I know it didn't dip down there.
If it
below
doesn't
that.
dip, if it doesn't dip below
I
that,
know
then
it
there's no
didn't.
reason
I
to
know
show
it
below that.
didn't.
Okay.
But I wonder if it's because
That's
that's the
correct.
magic line. Does he?
No, it's
No,
literally it's just like
it's
what's
You got like
what's-
14,000, and Eve's not
No,
making money. They're not
if
losing
if
money.
it dropped
I don't
down
know.
to 0, then the graph would appear
just have a bunch of
flat.
blank split.
This is
Yeah,
just
I don't
it's
like
like
it. Don't. What are you talking about?
No,
Flat girls
there's no
deserve love
reason.
too, okay, man.
Flat girls do deserve love.
Listen, I'm not judging.
If none
Why
of
do you
these-
hate me? Why do you hate him?
If none of these lines go below 15,000, there's no reason to
All
show
he
any of
needs
the
a
space
handful.
below 15,000
No,
because
he's a
it'd just be
mouthful.
empty space.
A mouth.
Same with why it goes up to 29,000 instead of 30,000 because none of
Is
these
it?
go above 29,000.
Well,
so
that's
there's no reason to
based on
show
the
any space.
increases of
So
2,000.
basically, by
I don't.
condensing
That's
the graph,
not my. Never
condense the
mind. We're
graph
not getting
into
it.
the space that it covers, you eliminate all the dead space, which therefore
Dom,
makes the graph
Dom,
much
you're
more
you're
visually
you're
accurate.
being difficult. You're being difficult.
I'm not. You don't
You
get
are.
it.
I
I'm fine.
You
can't-
can't
Just
ask a
being
question to
difficult.
Drayden and
Shuts
then
the
not
dump.
expect him to answer.
I'm
didn't
sorry.
ask him
God
a
damn it.
question.
I have a bad time with what is it? Poe's law? Is that like me and fucking
Yeah, yeah. we're
Fintaru
like-
had a thing with it today with Poe's law?
You can't tell if somebody's being
I
ironic
couldn't
or
tell.
not.
Like I'm good with sarcasm, but deadpan sarcasm, I have a bad tendency.
I love
to miss.
to keep people guessing.
Yeah,
and
I have a
shit
bad
like that.
tendency
I
to miss.
love it.
So and
That's
like,
what your show is.
I know.
Absolutely.
well,
Anyways,
it-
there's
so
been this
anyways,
comment
you
I've been
can
wanting to say
see-
for like
Oh,
5 minutes.
okay.
Go for it.
So it's like Eve will only be dead when somebody logs off for good and there's no one left to ask for their stuff.
oh,
Oh. Wait,
Dude,
But
that's like sad.
I don't think that will
Sound-
happen.
That's
No,
that's
then
almost
that's
like
one.
what's the Mars rover? It's like my batteries are getting low and it's getting dark. It's like oh my god, it's
Yeah.
So sad.
You can
Opportunity,
see
that's
a
what it
very
was.
But
clear spike
but
when
stay
Uprising
in the
releases,
game.
though,
Be
on
the
graph.
person that asks for the stuff.
All right, I'm gonna just save this to my bookmarks.
What bookmark?
All these scripts.
Russitar. Oh no,
And
not
that's
that
all
guy.
I have to say about that.
Not that guy.
I don't know him. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know
Sarcasm.
him.
I know Joe Hill. He's a good
I
guy.
don't, yeah, well, I know Russitar.
You don't like him, apparently.
What do you have to
Bad,
say
he's
about
bad news. Watch out for that one.
Dirty bastards.
this Johnny over here?
He's got the Drayden genes.
I'm telling you what, mixing
Are
more
you
wine and
related
fucking
to that
rum is
Russitar?
way to go.
I am
baby.
related to that Russitar.
Oh well,
Alcohol with your alcohol.
props to Russitar for supporting the fam. Watching your little brother get.
Oh, okay, yeah, he just spilled the beans. There you
Moderately
go.
drunk.
Thanks for doxing me, dude.
How we
It wasn't
dox
any
you?
kind of doxing.
What are you talking about? yeah,
He's
I
actually
don't-
just
what the hell?
he's checking
I
in
don't
to make
think
sure
people
you turned
truly know
off
what
your oven.
doxing is.
No, I know what it is. I was just that's the deadpan. See, y'all need some Jesus. Like,
Oh, was that dead plan?
You need to practice a little bit
Very
more.
much alive.
So,
That
Russitar,
wasn't even
is
the right
Drayden as
response
much
to
of a bitch to you
Stick
guys as he is to
science,
us?
Drayden.
yeah, sometimes.
Yes, I do.
Oh no, not that one.
No, give me a better one. What did Drayden do stupid that you remember vividly from when you were
I
kids?
think I've told most of my dumb stories.
No, you told the ones you are proud of, not the ones your
No, we
brother
need-
knows.
we
No,
need your-
all
no,
the
your-
ones I told you
we
of that
need
we
to
all laugh
hear-
at were not ones I'm proud of. Those are ones I laugh at now, but at the time they were very not cool because I was going
So
to
is-
jail or it's very embarrassing shit. And so it was like it's stories that you hate at the time and then you can laugh at later.
I do that sometimes. Russell. So are you? Is this another vice president of your company?
No, he's the president.
President. Oh, he's your
Yeah,
boss.
he's my boss.
Hell yes.
Yeah.
Russitar, we want stories. Come on, baby.
So wait, if we assassinate your brother, does that mean you become the president?
Yeah, actually
Line
it
of
would.
Succession.
Yeah.
Like the
Interesting.
sound of that.
You tried
You
to
took a Pepsi?
Don't
What
put
the
this-
hell? You
I
didn't
did
tell us
check-
this one.
No, I did. I thought.
Yeah, I
No.
remember that. Didn't you like
Yeah.
turn it on the burner and it?
I
Like,
tried to-
Why?
well, I
Can I
tried-
ask
it was-
why though?
it was
What
one
was
of
the
those-
reason?
Tar,
Well, no,
what
it
do
was
you
because I
think
thought it was a good
is,
idea.
what is Drayden's most embarrassing story in your eyes?
Oh no. Don't
Getting
do that.
mugged. Mug
See
in
if we can wrap it up
Minneapolis?
under and get it
All right,
inside.
all right, that's all for tonight. Thanks everyone. We'll catch you.
And we out.
That's funny. No one knows Joe. Joe's a mystery. No, that's not true. I know Joe Hill. Joe Hill's a good guy.
Dom, who's Joe?
He's the guy up in the hill.
Joe on the hill.
Yeah.
That's all you're gonna give us
He's
about Joe?
24.
That's
I'm not gonna dox the dude. Come on.
You don't have to tell me his real name.
Well, it's
Who's
Joe.
Joe?
It's Joe
What's the
Hill.
shovel story?
Yeah.
He
I don't
works.
know if I've
He
heard
lives
the
in
shovel
Michigan, I think,
story.
right? Michigan. I don't know. What's a shovel story?
It's Joe.
It's Joe and man, dude.
Joe.
Somebody else needs to say something. You fucking silent motherfuckers. Drink. You know what we're doing now? Shots, fuckers. Come on. Get your
I
glasses
was
up.
trying to get an engaging
Shots.
conversation.
it's a
Joe
live stream, not a
Hill.
podcast. We are fine.
Shots.
You started a quarter
Who
acre fire.
fucking
Drayden?
edits this motherfucker? No one edits
Joe
it.
Hill.
So it's a fucking live stream. I'm doing another drink because I missed it.
Cocaine
That's what
Bear.
I said.
When Cocaine
Also-
Bear
Wait,
comes
so
out, I want to watch it.
Drayden, you
I'm gonna
tried to
start
burn
editing
an
Trash Talk
you,
Tuesdays.
you tried to burn an anthill.
I'm sorry,
instead
I
of a
keep
quarter
missing it.
acre fire.
I did. I didn't try to burn. I burnt that anthill because it was in that quarter acre.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah. No, I lucked out on that one because of the direction of the wind and lucked out that it just happened that a fire engine was heading up to their
Felony arsony.
No, they were heading
Wow.
up to fix their boat up on the lake that was like past the highway at our house, and they just happened to go by, and the fire was there. Okay, so I guess I have to tell the story. I was like, I was like 10 or 11. I just got back from soccer practice, so I'm still like in my cleats and my soccer shorts and everything. I'm just like, and there was an anthill that I knew about, and me and my friend, I was like, oh, dude, I've seen my dad light anthills on fire, and I like fire. I don't know why,
Sure.
I just do. And I was like, let's go light it on fire. So we didn't clear. This is like in the middle of July. We didn't clear all the dry weeds and brush out of the way first. So we like, lit it on fire. I'm like, we're like watching the ants all burn. I was like, and then all the dry overhanging weeds all of a sudden started catching, and it was windy, and I was like, and then I was like, we should try and stomp this out. And my friend, he's just sitting there like looking like, and I'm like sitting there trying to stomp it out, and it just keeps growing and growing. And I wasn't paying attention. I was like, holy fuck, it's getting big. I just kept trying to stomp it out, and he just runs off. He's like, oh, go get Russ. Russitar. He's like, oh, go get Russ. And he runs off. I never see him the rest of the day. He's gone. Like, he just fucking bailed. Like,
Couldn't find him.
and this thing spreads fast, but
Stuck, brother. That was so funny.
so like let's say our driveway's here and the highway is like this. It was like in this corner, and luckily the wind was blowing towards the corner of the driveway and the highway, so it basically caused a fire break. But this was a big brush fire. Like the flames were like 10 feet high, and I'm still at the edge of them trying to stomp them out, like like an idiot. And
Did
people
you use
are
an accelerant?
no, and people were driving by and like honking, and I'm just like, yeah, I know there's a fucking fire. They're probably honking like, get the fuck away from! What are you doing? Like,
How did you start the fire?
because with matches.
Like, what did
dude.
you use?
You didn't stop.
But you
the
didn't
fire.
use like any sort of accelerant.
No, it's-
Thank you,
it's-
Delana. Thank you, Delana.
Yes, I got it.
Yeah, no. So these ants, the ants up here, they're like they have red heads and abdomens and black, what do you call them? No, red heads and thoraxes and black abdomens. And they build their nests out of dry, like there's a weed up here called knapweed, and it dries out and it turns into basically really hard, like crackable sticks. And they eat those and break them down and build their nests out of those. So it's basically a bunch of dry weed wood. It's basically like dried wood that they build their nests out of. So you don't need any accelerator. You just light it. It's like kindling. It's a nest
In the
built out of
south, it's
kindling.
like dirt.
No, these aren't dirt ones. It's like basically a nest built out of kindling.
Okay.
So I lit that, and so the fire's going, and I'm just sitting there just yelling like fuck, like the whole time trying to step on this thing, because I was like, my parents' house is gonna burn down, the neighbor's house is gonna burn down, like everything's gonna burn down. And all of a sudden this fire truck comes up, like, oh, thank God someone called the fire department, and they just all of a sudden come by, and all of a sudden they're like, rear, and like pull over.
They pulled up, see the fire, turn the lights on.
yeah, like they pulled over. They started putting out. They had no clue the fire was there. No one called them. They were just on their way to Twin Lakes to like fix.
Wait, you had people drive by? Oh wait, okay, never mind. This is
Yeah,
probably
they were
before
honking.
Cell
Yeah, so-
phones.
Yeah. Well, no, cell phones were around, but not really that. This was like in the 90s. Like they existed, but not everyone had them. But yeah, so it was like they were just driving up to Twin Lakes, and they just saw. They're like, oh shit, a fire! I guess we should put this out, right? So they pull over, they put it out, and I was just like, they put it all out. I'm like, all right, well, thanks, guys. Like, all right, Pete, you keep hosing down the hot spots. I'm gonna go talk to the juvenile's parents. I'm like, oh fuck, no, don't. You don't have to do that. Like,
No, sir, please.
and it was funny, like, dude, these guys were like fucking like some fucking noir like investigator like detectives, because somehow like out of I threw the matches out. They like walk around, they find, he's like, finds the pack of matches I had. There's like 2 matches left. He's like, you're almost out. I was like, how the fuck did you find that? I wouldn't have known where the fuck that was. Like, dude, you found you found my random box of matches off.
You're into Sherlock Holmes doing the side
dude, I
quest
was like,
sort of
holy
thing.
shit. And so they go and they talk to my parents, and they basically were threatening that I was gonna have to go wash fire engines for like a couple weekends or something like that as punishment. But I never had to do that. But the funny
We're
thing,
trying to scare you, Drayden.
yeah,
that's
weird
what.
coincidence though is that I was in 6th grade, I think, at the time, and well, so like I said, I was in my soccer uniform, so I had like the nylon shorts, and they did this like horror story thing because I was trying to stomp it out, and then they were like telling me like, you shouldn't have been anywhere near that thing because like those are nylon shorts. You know what happens with nylon when it burns? It doesn't really burn; it melts. And that would have melted to all the skin that it touches. It would have had to be surgically removed. Melts to all the skin it touches. And these are shorts. I'm like, oh, that'd be bad. They're like, yeah. Like, you're
Like
lucky.
your
That,
penis.
yeah, like that.
Tiny dick intact.
Yeah, they would have been even tinier dick homies.
Tiny
Tiny
crispy
dick
dick.
homies, hit me up.
But yeah, so but weird coincidence. So I was in 6th grade, and like our 6th grade graduation thing. So like, my name is Aaron. I'm not saying my last name, but my name is Aaron. They misspelled my name on the announcement thing as Arson instead of Aaron. And I was like, "What is this a joke?" But the school didn't know anything about it, so I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
It was probably a prank.
Somebody knew.
I
Somebody
I
knew.
feel like someone had to know. Yeah, so-
Arson.
yeah, like,
Arson. Not the other variations of Aaron, but arson.
it was arson.
That's
So they
fantastic.
missed an A.
Ron.
They missed an A and added an S. So it was like,
It's not even an easy slip.
yeah, it was-
No,
No, I'd say
Purposeful.
that's an easy slip because
No,
the A
look-
and the S are right next to
here's
each
the
other.
thing.
If you're like, if
not
you're
really.
typing
No,
a million
the S
different
is on
names a
the
day,
S is on the other side of the
Exactly.
R.
Exactly.
They skipped an A, moved across the R, and put an S. So I was
If
like,
it
I don't
was
know.
Azron,
Did you
that
say
would
it's on
make
the
sense.
other side of the
and
R?
then
What do you
now
mean?
your name
it's
is
AA
Arson Trovar.
It's
No.
AARON, but ARSON.
I could
so they
I could
basically
see
took
this
A
as an
out and
honest
then-
mistake.
Yeah, I don't know, but
No, I
was-
can't.
It was
Stretch.
really, coincidental for sure.
That's pretty awesome.
I could see it being
That's a good
ARON
story.
or AHREN. You know, variations.
Hell's-
Not arson.
What,
here's the thing,
AHREN?
Well,
That's
this
Aaron.
is
I'm
probably
telling you.
when the
that's-
first time
that's
they had
it,
spell
yeah.
check and they didn't know, and you know.
So your
He's
family
that
home,
old. He probably didn't have computers.
AA Ron.
your family home didn't burn down, so this
No,
is
it
just
didn't,
a
and
great
neither did my
story.
parents or
This is
neither
just a
did my
great
neighbors.
story.
Yeah, it was like that's what I'm saying. Luckily, it blew towards the highway and towards our driveway into that corner. If the wind had been blowing the other way, fuck, wildfire.
Jenkins right. Not
it would have been like, and our neighbor's house is a log cabin, basically a big old giant, like
Toast.
almost 3-story log house. That shit would have went up and got hot and just.
You would have been in military school.
I would have been probably in jail.
I'm gonna
No, they don't
put
send
you're a
minors.
child.
Juvenile
That's
detention
right.
center. Yeah.
You would have got a military school.
They would have beat your ass
Your
with a
dad would
fucking
have beat your
switch
ass.
My
and then
dad
you
would
would've
have
until it was red. That's what
Yeah.
would have happened. Your ass would have got
We
beat.
don't have switches out there.
So we're gonna learn him a thing or two.
And you don't have sticks.
Oh, we got pine trees.
Yeah,
That's
like,
a,
you could
that's a
easily,
fucking
like-
switch. you
It'd have been a
smart.
pine bough. That's like a cat of nine tails switch.
Tell you what, that's the worst punishment in the world is getting sent to the
No, like-
woodshed. Pick your own switch, right?
Trade and
Yeah,
shove.
you
I'm
gotta
not
pick it
paying
out
this.
yourself.
It's
You pick- you
psychological
pick-
terror. It's psychological terror.
Pick the bigger ones. This is also why you don't beat your
I always
kids.
wanted to do that.
Yeah,
I always
oh,
wanted to hand him a log. To here you go,
Yeah,
fucker.
my parents
See what
didn't
he
do
do?
that.
That's what you do.
Teach them
My
this.
parents
no,
do,
you
right?
don't. You give him the smallest, lightest one you can find.
My
and hope it
parents
doesn't
didn't
hurt.
do the
Because you can
switch
swing
or
it
the
faster and hit it
belt.
more.
My parents, like, I would get spankings, but they were more just like, you've done something wrong, not like spanking to hurt you. It was like,
People don't beat their kids anymore.
yeah, no.
No, it's called child abuse. They've done
Yeah,
studies on
I
how
was-
it doesn't teach kids anything.
Oh, I spanked the shit
Good
out of my
knows the
kids.
Punishing
God.
negative behavior
I used to use a
does
belt.
not teach does not
I
teach good
had,
behavior.
I had a
You
cane
reward
I'd
positive
use.
behavior.
It was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Bamboo
I
stick?
got some
And what about negative
spankings, but I didn't
behavior?
get
Light
like
up that ass.
beat with belts or switches. No.
No, what I would do is take my kids, throw them in a burlap sack, hang them in the closet.
There you go.
Fuck yeah, you know what they do? They wouldn't do what they did to get put in the fucking bag.
That's like immersion.
It works,
therapy,
motherfucker.
but like,
Russ
like
has a point. He's like,
punishment or
there
whatever.
wouldn't have been anything left to beat me with it because it would have all been ash. Anyway, yeah. So that's the fire story. That was
Moral
the
of the
first.
story
That was
is
the
watch
first.
your
this
kids,
one.
guys.
That was the first negative time I've had encounter with emergency services.
Other times when you got arrested.
The first.
No, I didn't get arrested that time.
At that time, the next
No.
time you might have though.
No, the next time I got a ticket.
So it's not the only time. That's my point.
No, it's not the time.
Yeah.
I've been arrested
Twice,
I've never been arrested.
3 times.
3 times. Okay.
Knock
Yeah.
on wood.
Been arrested 3 times.
Me?
But you got muted. Yeah, staying cool. I've told all these stories. I thought staying.
Did,
I'm
yes.
Fucking Italian.
Yeah, I've told that one before. The stay in school. I didn't say that, but I it was one of those things I wish I did. But
Stay in
it would have
It's
been
school, kids.
stay in school, kids. Be cool. No, but that time, like the next time, I was like 18. I was shooting off fireworks and I was drunk and I got caught. And they just gave me a ticket. And then I went to court, and then they gave me some
Was it-
community service, and then I just decided to not do the community service and thought it would be fine. And then
Oof.
they're like, "Oh, you didn't do your community service?"
Oh,
Now
it turns out they don't.
now we're gonna put you in jail. I'm like, oh fuck, you could do that? They're like, yeah, we could do that, and we're doing that, right? And
Was
we're
it a
doing that. And
minor
I was like, oh,
position?
so when do I go? They're like, right now, like you're leaving this courtroom and going to jail. I'm like, what? Like the judge was. I was like, you can't be fucking serious. And the judge was
What
like,
did you think was gonna happen?
I thought it was one of those
You
things where they
didn't
tell
know.
you, they tell you
no
when.
big deal.
I was like, I just missed community service. Like, what do you mean, like right now? He's like, you're going to jail right now.
Wait, you actually thought that you could just not do community service and there would be no consequences?
Wait,
It's
how
like
old were
hitting
you, Drayden?
It's like hitting the
I was
snooze. Like, I'll
18.
do the next one.
Okay, I mean, like you should have known better, but yeah, I can see.
And I
why you
felt
would.
bad too because my
No,
friends
like,
bit.
there's a
Well,
lot
I
you
mean, they
don't
got
know
their. Well, no, they didn't get their money about.
Right.
They didn't get their money back because they used the bail bonds. But it was funny because my friends bailed me out too. It was like, oh shit,
Drayden?
Lurch is in jail. We gotta bail him out.
That's awesome, though.
So now
So-
I have another question for you.
Hitting in my lap.
Lily Rose.
What is your
Oh,
most
dude.
embarrassing story about your brother?
Yeah,
Yeah.
what? Give us some on Russ.
Let's-
Give us some dirt on Russ. He says you got some.
I'm
Let's
trying to
air some
think.
Russ laundry.
Is he that perfect? He can't be.
No,
Dre,
but
Manic,
the
we can't
president
be
is coming.
boring you that much.
no, like I mean,
No,
he's
I'm
not-
just
I'm-
I'm winding down. I'm
yeah, I'm just trying to
Probably
think.
a
Like, I
check
can't
early.
think of any like.
If you don't start
super
drinking at 3:30 in the
embarrassing
afternoon,
thing. Oh,
how
like,
you
I mean, like
fucking
he,
make it all night?
he did a thing where like they were like shooting potato
gotta
guns
stay up
and
for
stuff. And, like, they had to
for
run from
movie
the
time,
cops,
Manic.
and I think he had to like
I've-
dive in
I've
the
been kinda,
riverbank
like,
and shit.
feeling-
So
feeling under the weather this week, so I might
Well,
duck out early.
Honestly, if we are gonna do movie night, we probably should do it soon.
Yeah, I'm down
Right?
with
That's,
movie
that's
night.
all that
Piss
sounds like
off.
to me.
Oh, you guys are
yeah,
fucking
we can.
crying.
Yeah, we got. We can. You want to do final shots, final thoughts? We could.
No.
movie night.
Wow, you're gonna succumb?
We
to
didn't
one
even fucking do the
person lobbying for
community
it?
beat yet.
There was 3.
There's no
I think it was
three.
just.
There's
Well,
just Manic.
is
Manic,
Manic,
Manic is
kind
kind of early.
And
You're
Skyhawk.
exactly
Sorry, Manic
hitting
and
the,
Skyhawk.
Yeah.
2
Manic's
hour
made it
mark.
seem
Yeah,
like
Rain,
he's with
Rain's
the-
down for movie night. Skyhawk wants to do the movie
Look at the
night.
little nub tail. Nappy
Wow.
nap.
Rain,
No.
once
Well,
again,
if-
I want to do this in
Lily
public
Rose.
place,
If
Rain.
other people
sold
want
us
to
out.
keep it, if other people want to keep going, I actually have to work tomorrow, unfortunately. So that's why I'm not going to be up like crazy late. But I would like to watch it.
She's
with
on the
y'all.
desk.
Hey, Skyhawk.
Yeah.
Appreciate you answering my DMs last week.
Happy to help anytime.
So this is on public record. Rain, we are riding tomorrow night to ride through like the Beaverdale, look at all the Christmas lights. You're invited to go.
That's
There we
really
go.
cold tomorrow, but thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
So I rode my bike downtown and then I rode
Layers.
it back. No, dude,
Layers.
So it'll be like 30 miles.
brutal.
Probably. We'll probably ride 30 miles because we'll start in Saylorville, ride down to Beaverdale and then back.
Yeah, it's too cold.
No, it'll be
Sorry.
fun. It'll be a good time.
So
We'll
I
drink.
got-
She's making biscuits.
Oh, what kind of biscuits?
I don't know.
Cheddar-
but she's making
Cheddar
them.
biscuits. Cheddar biscuits.
She's
What
making
is
them.
it? What is a New Orleans biscuit? What is it? Is
the
it all
lobs-
hot and shit, like lots of cayenne pepper
Butter,
and dumb shit like that?
It's
garlic,
like
Orange
the
biscuit.
lobster biscuits that
lobster.
What's the
oh,
red
God.
lobster?
Oh, those are
biscuits?
so
Red
good.
lobster.
The cheese.
cheddar
Those are cheese.
biscuits.
That's what.
Oh, is that
Ray
cheese
said.
biscuits?
Cheese
Okay.
biscuits. Yeah.
cheddar biscuits.
Cheddar bay and gravy. That sounds good.
Oh my god.
Oh, she's on the desk again. Where are
She's
you
so
go?
cute. She's so cute.
So there's so many
Calm
times I'm like,
down.
oh man, I wish I had a cat, and then there's times I'm like, I'm
So
glad
one of my
I don't have a
twins
cat.
and his fiance are staying with us
She
for
was
this
trying to
week
look at it.
for Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
and they're staying one more week. And they have a cat, right? And the cat's it's weird because it's only here for they're only here for 2 weeks, but it's just trying to be nice to it. So I'm laying in bed. It jumps up in bed, gets on my chest, does the kneading thing on my thing, lays down, and looks me in the face and went, "Meow!" and then ran.
She's smelling the daiquiri.
I wonder if the cat thought you were like your son or something and then realized it was wrong.
This one is my old man. He's probably about 15 now.
Horrible.
And
looks-
this month actually is going to be 10 years since I've had this little fucker.
Nice.
He does
Yeah.
not
I
look
think-
old.
Lily
Well-
is just hitting about 6 months old.
You're flattering them.
Sweet girl. She's gonna have her surgery soon to get fixed.
Oh,
What's wrong? What's wrong with
I,
her?
I got to get him to actually look at
Throat?
the camera, but he's also my mustached cat.
What's wrong with
I
her?
saw
What's
that.
happening
I
to
saw
her?
his
Does he have a
little
nice
mustache.
little white mustache?
Who
She's
does?
get- She's getting
Little
spayed.
Tom Selleck
dumb.
over there.
Yeah.
He's got more facial hair than you do, Skyhawk.
Oh, I was gonna
totally-
say,
'cause
not,
I-
don't say that.
that she's so
I-
I
happy
was
to be
looking
there.
at you,
Well,
Akron.
No, you should take a look at me by the end of being in Vegas for a week where I don't shave.
I didn't
I
notice.
shave daily for work.
Yeah,
Did you have a
Skyhawk, you
yeah.
should grow a big burly beard.
Why-
It's so fucking dumb in my opinion. This is one of the few things that I actually don't like about my employer, but it's because we're like a high class like luxury hotel. But there's literally a minimum. If you have facial hair, there's a maximum and a minimum length.
for your
What's
work?
I'd have to look it up in the stupid handbook. But
What's the
there's, like,
minimum length? You
literally-
can't have like
literally-
scrub.
So yeah, so like yeah, you can't have a certain amount of
Oh,
So you
wow.
can only grow it like a
What
week.
is
You can't grow it a
happening
weekend. You're
here?
screwed,
you have
right?
you have to grow it on vacation basically.
Oh, weird. That's a
I
weird
used to have a
rule.
job like that. I used to have a job like
It's
that,
so
but you
fucking
took a
dumb.
vacation.
To
Oh.
grow
yeah,
a beard.
yeah.
You couldn't get
Oh,
one
I
until
see
you took
now.
vacation.
That's where
Yeah.
this beard came from. Is like
Vacation.
10 years ago. I was like, you know what? I'm tired of fucking shaving every day because I got real dark hair. If you can't tell.
What the heck
And
is
so
that?
I
Dude,
can't
you
see
got
it.
took some time off,
Emotiception.
and then I never went back. I was like, I'm not shaving anymore because
I don't blame you. If my beard wasn't completely white, I would grow it.
Oh,
But I look really, really old when I grow my beard because it's white.
How's your mustache?
Dude,
Brad?
I'm
Your
getting
beard's
some white in the chin.
But
And it's gonna
the-
look awesome.
Okay, so look at the
Yeah,
chin.
yeah,
White
no, I
beards are
see
cool
it.
as fuck.
My chin's white.
Yeah,
but
no,
I'm-
no,
there are. I have photos of me
the
with
rest of
a
my
full
on both
beard
sides is
because
white.
Look at that porn
because
stuff.
in a former job I was able to grow it out, and I'll post a picture in a moment.
All right,
I think
hold on.
everybody
So-
should grow a beard.
So, do we want to do final shots, final thoughts, and we could do movie night? We're gonna do the there's the
Except for Manic.
Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah,
Is it good?
I don't know. We're gonna
I've
find
heard
out.
really.
I haven't
I've
seen
heard
that.
good things.
No,
I've
yeah.
heard good.
I
things.
have Disney.
I
I heard it was garbage.
I have Disney Plus. If you have Disney Plus, you can watch it, right?
I did watch another episode of Andor.
I would. Oh, okay, yeah. That
It's
was
going places.
I just watched the last episode of Andor.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
not
my
nearly
god.
there.
I want to. Yeah, I've only seen the first two, but it was
Love it.
slow, but it looked good. But yeah,
I
let's do-
rewatched them
let's do-
like multiple times.
Let's do final shots, final thoughts, and then we'll go do the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. All right, so here we go.
How do you know me, dear?
All right, Ankroth, you're up.
Oh fuck.
The Curse of the A names.
Yeah, primary.
You should name yourself Zakharoth, and you'd always be last.
Nice. I like your
Unless
style.
they do reverse alphabetical.
Yeah.
So
Should be right in the middle, just be safe.
Oh, Makaroth.
There and on Discord on the Open Com server. That's me. Christmas, like the last year that I was in retail management with the beard.
so oftentimes people refer to me as Ak. And so people are like, hey Ak. And I've somehow developed a quirk where I'm like, my name's Ak. I do it for my real name too. Just when people say it and then I like queue up like, oh, that's me too, but like it's just silly. And I have a courtmate
Yeah.
whose name is Zach, and he liked to mimic me, and it was fun. That's what that reminded me of. Zakharoth. His name is Zach. My name's Zach.
Too bad. You're Ackroth
I'd
here.
say, "My
You
name's
go
Zach."
first.
And he'd say, my name's Zach, and you could like if you listen, you could hear him. That's a Z, but yeah, it was
I gotta
silly.
lose second, son of a bitch.
All right, what's
Aw,
what's
man, I
your
was
shot?
hoping we would just. I was gonna say I was hoping we would forget, and then Dom's like talking about shots. Again.
Oh, you, I
Fuck
mean, you
no.
can just- you can
It's
just-
shots.
you can
Shots,
do a sh-
Ackroth. You're
you can
first.
just- You can just do a shot
I'm
to
gonna-
whatever. You don't have
I'm
to
gonna do a
be-
shot to all these stickers everybody's like pasting all across their screens because I'm so
Yeah.
confused, but also fascinated.
Oh, I love the Jam Cat.
Oh, Jam Cat's one of my favorites. My
Oh,
cat
Jam
is
Cat's
solid
so good.
white, so his face looks like that,
Eh.
but he doesn't dance like that.
It's
He's got no
it's an emoji off if that's a thing.
rhythm.
An emoji off. Dom, you're up next.
All right, I'm gonna go next because I'm next. I was gonna get really serious here for a second. I can't remember what I was gonna say. Hold on. Oh yeah, now I remember. I love each and every one of you guys. Right? You are like my brothers and sisters, and I love you guys. And I want to drink to how great all of you fuckers are. I don't know if you know it or not, but you're all fucking great. Right? And then the listeners, you guys are great too. I don't know you as well as I know these people, but family. I'm telling you right now, you guys are family. I love you guys. Here's to
Dom.
you.
Hell
Right
yeah.
fucking back.
Do,
at
do
you, man.
Dominarch shots and isn't Dom the name of the guy in Gone in 60 Seconds too? Not Gone in 60 Seconds. Fast and the Furious.
Fast and the Furious.
Dom, Fast and Furious. Dom. It's
Family.
family. It's family.
I thought of
Family,
like
baby. I love
Bilbo's
you
little
guys.
speech Where he's like, I don't know half, half of
Half of
you
you,
as
half
Half
of
of you as well as I
should.
should.
That's a
and-
great
yeah.
speech.
Yeah, that's
I don't know
what
half
kinda
of
like
That's
the-
a
I don't know
great
half of as
speech.
well, half as many of you as half as well as I should like, and I like less than half of you as well as you deserve.
Right.
Good job. Good job.
And
Thank you, Drayden. That is fantastic.
And like,
Dirk,
even-
Beautiful
you're
Drayden. I'll
included in the
drink to that.
family. I'm telling you right now, Dirk. I know you're not on here anymore. I still love you, dude, and you're a good dude. I like Dirk. Dirk.
So I'm gonna do a shot to. I'm gonna have to go with it for NASA. Honestly, I think we did like the SLS stuff last week.
I'll drink to NASA.
But honestly, like, Orion has been. There was about a 45-minute, maybe second or minute. I think it was a minute blackout thing where they didn't have contact thing. But other than that little hiccup, everything's been going smooth. Some of they had 10 micro CubeSats that were deployed out. 4 of them screwed up and aren't working, which sucks. But honestly, like most of the main
60%
important
success rate.
the main important part of the mission has been going according to plan. It did its retrograde burn out of the moon, and so not retrograde, but it did its burn out of the moon orbit and back to Earth. So it should be back in like 5 to 7 days. I can't remember, but so I'm glad, and hopefully
How did the
Orion comes
mannequin
back.
do?
Like honestly, it's been a long time in the making, and the SLS and the Orion stuff is apparently working so far.
Orion?
Yeah, Orion.
Artemis.
Orion's the capsule name.
Oh, okay. Because I was
Yeah,
like, was
Artemis is the mission name, but the Orion is the name of the actual capsule that the people are going to be in. But so I'm just glad all that stuff's working, and hopefully Artemis 2 goes on to schedule, and 3 and 4 and all that stuff. So 3, when they launch actual people that are supposed to land on the moon, I actually want to go to Florida and watch that launch. I think I'm going to make it a trip, but I don't think that's going to be until like 2026, 2028, something like that. So anyway, so
Ellie
shots-
has a mouse.
yeah, shots
she's
to
gone.
NASA. NASA's been doing some great stuff. James Webb came out. So like all their stuff has been working, which is a nice breath of fresh air. So shots.
Yes. Fuck
NASA
yeah. No,
killing
not
it.
penises, Manic. This is important stuff. Don't be
It looked like
belittling.
Delana used a different penis. Oh, there's different penises.
All right,
Wow.
Delana, shots.
I kind of like the fat, skinny one, or the fat, short one, like he's got.
Yeah, you do.
Me too, fam.
Do you like the fast ones or the slow ones? Oh, sorry, Delana, go ahead.
I don't know. Shots to Eve Nola happening.
Is
The
it?
work.
It hasn't
Yes!
happened yet.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
It will
Obviously.
happen. I'm buying my
We ain't
ticket
got
this month.
We got dates. We got dates. Where are the
As
dates?
soon as I get my Christmas
Give
bonus,
us the
I'm
dates,
buying my
Delana.
tickets.
April
420.
21st to 23rd.
Thank you.
Or if you could get
420.
here on April 20th if you feel like
That's what-
being
19th.
fancy. Or however early you want.
19th, because I'm
420 if you're
sold.
nasty.
Miss
Wow.
Jackson if you
I'm driving down, so I'm
See
gonna
you at the
drive down.
dungeon then, Manic.
To Redline, you're invited. If you want to come to Iowa, ride with me down to New Orleans. We can make a road trip of it. Be
Boom.
fun.
I'm good, dude.
It
You're
could be
an
the
asshole.
beginning of a beautiful.
Why do you hate me
bromance.
so much?
Red line. When are we getting drinks?
Why do you hate me so much?
Malketh, you're up.
Shots to shots.
Hey,
Shots
that's a
to
shot.
shots.
Shot,
Yeah.
shot.
You know what,
No.
Malkuth? That's a good shot.
We do
I do
these
what I-
things. We do this.
That's quite.
That's a
meta.
good shot of a shot for shot.
Manic, you're up.
We run things, things don't run we.
Fuck you, Kevin.
Don't need nothing from nobody.
Hell yeah. And we can't stop, and we won't stop.
Is that Miley
Just like that
Cyrus?
fire.
Yeah, it is. The Queen.
God bless.
I want her
she's
to
doing
step
so
on me,
well
dude.
recently.
Dude. Miley Cyrus is.
Who was it? What Manic's trying?
Dude, she came in like a
Hmm?
wrecking ball.
Did you go get
Rain,
mine?
you're up.
I just
She
want her
came
to
in
step
like
on
a-
me.
What?
I don't know how I'm gonna follow up on that.
I think you just
No,
gotta
I'll
do
say shout out
yourself.
to the weekend. I'm really glad this week is over. It's been chaos for me.
Fucking
Well, I
A.
thought
That
you
one
meant
guy who
band
sings the
for a
song about
moment.
cocaine.
Cheers to the freaking weekend. I'll drink to that.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it was a hit, I guess.
Red line.
What up,
Final shot, final thought?
bro? The only thing I can think about is how dope it is to be doing Trash Talk Tuesday again.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like,
That
Sorry,
show's
I
back.
keep missing it.
Dude,
I've
the
been
You
TTT
fucking
is
just
back.
come on this show to
The trip-
promote your
trip-
show.
Why do people always
He
come on
does
the
this
show to
every
promote
time.
their other show?
He does this every
I
time.
came
Speaking
on.
of, I'm
Meg,
doing
you and Ray
wholesome
have both been
streams
doing it.
tomorrow. If you
want to
watch
to
me,
talk about
Because
dicks and
everybody
balls.
watches open comms.
Redline is always promoting. He's a promoter, and
He's
I
good at
appreciate
it.
that you about.
Triple T.
But
I-
that is
I
What is
actually-
Eve Nola? Tamber wants to know what Eve Nola
I'm
is.
Eve online though.
Timbre.
New Orleans.
Hey, bro, it's
New
21
Orleans.
to 20 there. Let's
New
go.
Orleans.
It's called New Orleans. It's
Nolans.
New Orleans, Louisiana, and Louisiana's state code is LA. So NO, New
Yep.
Orleans, LA for Louisiana.
All right, I'm gonna bounce, team.
All right.
I love you.
See you, Manic.
Bye, buddy. Love you.
Have
You
a
can
good
wait for
night.
Skyhawk. Sky's
Sky-
got to go.
Skyhawk's
Yet.
up.
Did he say
Maybe
what?
he's gonna do a shot to you, Manic.
Okay, I'll hang around.
You know, it's funny that you say that, Dom, because actually, what I wanted to call a shot for is a shot to you, and you can decide what that means to you.
Ah. Boom. There you go.
Biggity bang.
I like that.
diggity
That's,
bang.
that's tricky. I like that.
Poetic.
All right. Well, there we go. That's the show for the night. We're going to be
Thanks,
out.
Manic. Love you, buddy. Hope you
Yep,
feel
see you,
better.
Manic.
All right.
Yeah.
Peace out, team.
Give it a
Later,
minute.
man.
Be safe, fam.
We're going to go watch Guardians.
Drayden, before you go, I got a question for you.
Okay.
And I think everybody needs to hear this question because this
Okay.
is kind of a weird question. So if let's say a stripper called you and wanted to meet you tonight because she may
Did
maybe
you
she
call?
owes you.
Did you go to like
Listen to me,
CourtLaneWifeFinder.com or something?
Listen.
What you're muted,
Oh,
Dom.
you're muted.
You're muted.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
now
now
I
we
can. Yeah.
Okay. So
Sorry.
she calls you. This stripper calls and said maybe she wants to meet you. This is all speculative.
And this is so hypothetical.
Maybe she wants to meet you because she owes you an 8-ball of Coke, right? Would you go to her home right now tonight and meet her?
Am I gonna keep my liver after this or my kidneys? Like
If you
I-
just ask the question, then the answer is no.
I would already be there.
You would
I
do
mean,
it, right?
I mean,
You
like,
go?
I mean, that would be.
What
a
if you've been
weird-
drinking all night and you shouldn't drive?
That'd be
Pretty
a
sure I
weird
would not-
request, but
I
I'd
would
probably like,
not
you know what?
go.
I have to go.
Uber's
I
full.
have to at least investigate what this is all about.
So
I would
let's say,
argue
okay,
no
I'll
to
tell you the
drinking,
situation.
Dom.
Maybe a stripper owes you an 8-ball. She calls you and says, "I have that 8-ball. Would you come to my house?"
I guess I just have
I
to
mean,
go
like,
see what it's about.
just out of hypothetical curiosity, what's the address? I mean, I don't know. Like,
So let me throw that. What if you've been married for 25 years?
oh, then
what
I'd
would
say
you do?
no. Then I'd say
Yeah.
no.
A hypothetical that's happening to you right now, Dom?
Well, yeah, it might be.
Oh,
Tom, why are you asking stupid questions?
Tom, you made me
He's
think
just-
that you're
I'm
like
not
he's just
going.
pulling the room.
I'm just asking if he'd go. I'm pulling the room, right?
Dom,
Because if
this
all
whole-
of you said, "Yeah, fuck yeah, you better go tonight," I'd probably go pick
Dom,
it up.
this whole time I thought you were like trying to figure out if you could set something up for me.
It kind of seemed like it though, right? He was
Well,
Well,
like,
wait,
that's
wait,
why I
wait,
asked you,
hold on.
Drayden, because I think you're the only
I
other
was
person
like, am I gonna
in
go
the
like,
room who might have ever had this situation
am I
happen
going
to
to a hooker's house and doing blow tonight? Is that what's happening? Like,
so I was thinking,
That's
Trini,
what
I was like,
somebody's
is he
asking
gonna
me
call
to
in
do,
a
and I don't
favor
wanna
and like
do it.
send some
okay,
money to
okay,
somebody?
no. Yeah, so no, I wouldn't go. If I was married, I wouldn't go because I
Yeah,
don't do
so-
that.
Why does
So then
why
we're
does
not
a
gonna go, right,
stripper
Dom?
owe you cocaine,
'Cause
Dominarg?
She's also one of my drug dealers.
Well, 25 years
Yeah,
ago, who
but-
knows what
No,
he
no,
was
no.
up to?
She's a friend of
So-
mine. She's a friend of mine,
I
but
was
she's
gonna
just
say,
is
do you
a
know a
stripper.
stripper is what I was
But
asking.
here's the
No,
thing.
she's just a friend of mine.
I would say like
deals
it wouldn't be that big of a deal because if it's someone that you regularly deal with, it's like, oh, I owe you this. In myself, in your shoes, I'd be like, oh, well, then I'm just gonna go.
Does
pick
your
this
wife
up.
know her?
No.
Then
well,
that's a no. That is
Well,
a
I'm not
no.
going. I'm not going. But here's the worst part about it is if I did, I'd only go to pick up the drugs and I'd just leave.
well, right, and that's
Like,
that's
it
my,
was
that's
good
my
to see
thing.
you.
That's my thing, right? If
That's-
this lady
That's
is
for
a
me. That's
business,
the only part of that whole situation I actually have any desire for.
yeah,
Right? I'd like the
yeah. But
drugs.
here's my thing, right? In his defense,
I
is
should
like,
send Drayden.
if-
Would you
if-
go for me, Drayden? She's hot.
Yeah, but
And
Yeah,
single.
but then the 8-ball's not coming back.
no, but
Oh, do we go together? I get the.
you get half of it. It's fine.
Thank you.
No. I would say like this, right? This sounds like a business thing. So like, if this is a business contact,
It's a
calling for
business contact.
thing,
Yeah.
I would not.
swapped to
Regardless
business
of
so
whether
quick,
she's a
didn't it?
stripper
Her
or not,
nipples
like
are
I would
So
be like,
here's the
She
thing.
I'm going there
Her
to
nipples
pick
are
up my
she's
shit
hot
and
as
come
fuck.
back
Dom
home.
said her
And
Here's the
therefore
thing,
there's
though,
no
right?
cheating involved.
Dominark, if anything happens and Dominark's wife finds out, here's what it is. Dominark went in the middle of the night to see a stripper.
She's
That's-
stripper. Yeah.
that's- That's all it is, right?
For
There's no amount
for a
of
paltry amount of
explanation
True.
where you could get out of that, right?
No,
True.
There's not an amount of drugs I could come home with that would excuse that. You're correct.
Well, then if
That's why I'm going to meet her
if-
tomorrow.
I would say if that's the case, then I'd say no. But like, if it's a purely business thing and you're just going there for business reasons, and that's all you're gonna do, honestly,
Baby, it
then,
was
then,
just-
there's, then there's no
The
harm
only
in
reason I
it.
told you this scenario.
Then there's no
Drayton,
harm in
because I
it. But if
wanted
your
to see
wife
you
knowing about it
flustered.
is gonna be a bad thing, even though you're not doing anything
Don't
wrong
go
in that sense, then
chasing
then I
eight
guess that's one of those things
Steema-
that
To
it's
the
like
shops and the things that you used to.
Please do not recommend pills to people.
oh okay. Anyway,
It's
do you
a
guys want to watch some
family-friendly show.
Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special?
The trick is when the stripper pays you, that's what she'd be doing. She's actually paying me an 8-ball to come see her.
Teach me your secrets, dude. Like, how do you do this?
Investments. You made an investment. You planted a
made an
seed
investment,
years
yeah.
ago.
No,
Alright,
it
And
wasn't
now,
years ago.
and now you're
It
just
was,
gonna get a
it
seed
was like 2
back.
weeks ago.
It's the
so,
same
yeah.
amount.
Don't go chasing waterfall. Yeah.
TLC.
Jason Waterfall.
Jason Water.
Chasing waterfall, but she said don't go chasing eight
No.
balls.
Well, that was the
Yeah,
no,
I
that's
was
beautiful.
reading
I loved it.
what
Take
Steema
the shots of the
posted in
pills
chat.
that you
I was
used to.
thinking that.
Did we get through
90s
everybody's?
was a
Did
wild
we get
time.
through everybody's shots? I
Yeah, we
forgot
did.
what-
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
let's-
I didn't derail.
Let's
So now we need to move over to movie.
Yeah, yeah. So we're out for the night. Goodbye, everybody. We're gonna go watch some holiday special shit. Like faux Star Wars stuff. So
Off.
Later,
join the Discord-
bitches.
Yeah, later, bitches. Join the Discord if you want to watch it. We'll be in the
Did
movie
you
channel.
ban this guy yet, Drayton? Or Drayton? Rain. You're the ban hammer.
Yeah, I got him.
Got it. Thank you.
Wow.
Oh.
Boom.
Oh
He's
yeah.
a
yeah.
fucking bot, bitch.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
bitch
yeah,
bot.
yeah.
Is it bitch bot or bot
All right,
bitch? What is it?
It's a view bot. It's fine.
View
fuck-
bot.
Yeah. All right.
You want
anyway,
to get famous?
I am famous actually.
bye, everybody. We'll be
You
back
all
next
know
week.
me. I feel famous.
See you next week.